What's good, y'all? Welcome to the Gen TV podcast. As always, your boy Ease.
Hey, when the sauce God.
And as always, we have a very special guest. We got another podcast in the building today. We got Luch Da God in here from the Goldengatesbustv.
Yes,
What's
sir,
good with you, bro?
I'm good, brother. I'm good. Yo.
Thank you for coming
Glad
by,
to be
man.
here.
How did you come up with that name, Golden Gate?
Golden Gates Bus. So my girl, she's a tattoo artist, right? So when we bought our first bus, the concept was supposed to be gold. We like, we can do gold everything. You know, gold is like that high quality.
Yeah.
So when we first bought the bus, we stripped everything on the inside. We got hella gold spray paint. Golden Gates Bus. And that's how we came up with it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a very normal thing to do. Just buy buses.
Yeah.
You all got one?
Nothing odd about that.
Yeah, I got two of them things, man.
I got double bust up.
Double bust. Feel me?
All
But
right,
yeah.
man. Let's get to it.
Let's get into
Let's
it.
get to the most talked about topic in hip hop. I want to say in the last
2-3
Ever?
weeks.
I don't.
last ever.
When's the last time hip hop has been this exciting?
Oh, 2016 maybe.
2016? What was 2016?
What's 2016? That could
The last Drake beef.
With
Oh,
me?
okay.
Yeah.
Pusha T beef. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Pusha
No,
T?
I was gonna. Oh no, not Pusha T. I was thinking of Meek Mill. That's 2016.
Yeah, the Meek Mill. No, the Meek Mill was.
You
That was a little something.
know what's funny? So pretty much anytime hip hop has a big spark, it's Drake related.
Drake related, yeah.
Drake related got to be.
He has a lot of haters. Like,
Yeah. I mean, when you
We'll get into it. All right, so we asked on Facebook
Yeah.
who you guys think is winning the beef or
Yep.
won the beef at this point. We don't know if it's over. I mean, they might already drop 3 disses as we're shooting right now. We don't know what's going on.
Somebody keep tabs on the YouTube. What we're saying here.
Things are out of control right now.
It's a different story.
Yeah.
You know
But go ahead, bro.
Nah, so we asked who's winning between Kendrick and Drake right now.
Okay.
So New God Fetty said Kenny's winning. Drake is a pedophile disturbing my soul. What are your
Okay.
thoughts on
So y'all
that?
believe that? Y'all really believe that Drake is a pedophile?
Here's the thing.
That's a yes or no.
I was saying somebody asked about me and somebody said, here's the thing. Like, God damn.
Here's the thing, right? Do I believe Drake is fucking young kids actively? No. Do I feel like
young kids under 17?
Huh?
Young kids or young people under 18?
well under 18? Yeah, under 18.
Well, I mean, I guess,
But-
by definition, right, it has to
Right.
be someone that's of not the legal age
Right.
to be
Right.
called a pedophile.
Under
Okay.
18.
Because that word just, like, not to defend them or anything, but, like, it just gets tossed around, right? Like, if he's not doing something illegal,
Right.
you can't really give him that title.
But
100%.
hold that thought.
Okay.
But then we have that video that resurfaced from years ago.
Which
Well,
one?
With that 17-year-old girl?
Yeah, him kissing the 17-year-old girl on stage. Yeah.
Yo, so I just watched it because I must have missed it when it came out. Or maybe he just wasn't that big enough where it was, like, as
Oh, he
relevant.
was big
Okay.
enough. I remember when
At
it
the-
came out.
At that, that was, like, a thing?
That was a little thing.
Yo, because the way people were, like, were acting about the video, I'm like, this guy tongued her down. Like,
Yeah.
like in my head, I'm like, he must have tongued her down. So I watched it. Obviously, a creepy video. Like,
Okay.
very creepy.
Okay.
But if I'm wrong, if we're talking about the same one, like, he gave her, like, 3 peck kisses, right? Like, it was, like, on the cheek, forehead.
Yeah. Yep.
Obviously, still weird.
It was
weird.
a cheek, forehead. It looked like the lips.
It was like,
Yeah. He gave her, like, 4 kisses. It was like, he kind
Yeah,
of circled around.
Circled her face.
Yeah. Yo, interestingly enough,
So it wasn't the
she
lips.
just resurfaced.
Really?
She just put out a statement.
What'd she say?
She's pretty much defending Drake. She's like, hey, I was 17 at the time. Drake didn't handpick me. His team did. It was all for like a show, you know what I mean? And like y'all need to stop gassing it. It really wasn't a big deal then. It's not a big deal now. I'm going back to study for law school. Because she's like 31 now or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, which is, I really found that surprising because, like, you know, we're in such an age where women are so quick to attack men. So I thought when she came out, I'm like, oh, she about to,
she's
like,
about
Not even attack men, just play victim. You know. So
Exactly,
she
but
she
so-
had a clear reason
Yeah.
to do
oh yeah,
so.
for sure. So I'm really, unless OVO cut the check.
Right.
Law school.
But-
What you talking about?
True.
She's probably getting paid for that shit.
I was just surprised that, like, she didn't take that route of just like just joining, like the Drake hate right now.
Right.
So what do you-
But it was weird. It was a weird thing to do. Yeah, but it was
Pedophile weird, or is it?
I can't call
Creep-
it
creep
that
weird.
because
Call
it was
it.
just weird.
What if it was your daughter?
What?
What if it was your daughter? Would it be?
You know what's crazy? Her dad was at he brought her to the show. She said that in the fucking
Really?
the thing? Really?
Yeah.
What she said? What did her dad say? What did she say?
She
her
didn't
father
really
say?
like. She just said, "Hey, my dad brought me to the show. They picked me, and then like she didn't really even mention the dad. Like,
You know what's crazy? The moms was in on R. Kelly.
Just different, but
way different.
Yeah, it's a little different.
I feel like I feel like I feel like dads don't play about their about
their daughters
on stage. Come on, what was your how would you feel?
I'll be tight,
bro. Just stay on the mic.
Yeah, I'll be tight.
Oh, okay,
I'll be tight.
Gotcha. Yeah,
I'll be really upset. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not. I mean, yeah, I think that's something that's kind of iffy for me. Like, okay, you're touching her hand, you kiss her hand, that's fine to me. But like, you kiss her, it looked like he kissed her mouth. In the video. So
I just saw like it was like a literally on the left cheek, middle, right cheek, and maybe he did. Either it seemed like those.
I just think anything with the face. Like, if you,
that's what I'm saying. Weird, really weird behavior.
Hand, top of the head, you're good. Yeah. Anything face related.
No, I think
you gotta stay above the eyebrows. You stay above the eyebrows, you're straight.
No, I think that's too intimate.
Really?
I think a forehead right here.
That's like a
that's an intimate kiss.
Really? That's not an intimate to me. Really? You think so? I think
I've only probably kissed like 2 foreheads in my life.
Oh, okay. That's what you're saying. Okay.
That's like you get a forehead kiss from me, you mean something to me.
But I think it depends on like cultural background. You know, like some people they like fucking. I think who was it? Italians. They kiss each other on the cheeks and shit. But then other times, like they then kiss their kids on the forehead, like little kids that are like in their circle on the forehead. So to me, I wouldn't really think it's crazy. Just no face, nothing like.
So would you class? Yeah, because essentially that's all the proof, right? Like physical proof.
That and the Bobby Brown thing, the Millie Bobby Brown. Remember from the Liddy?
Okay, yeah. He was texting her. Once again, really weird shit, right? But can we call some? Because that P word is one of the worst. It's one of the worst words you can get called.
That's so true. He texted her saying
that is worse than a murderer.
Yeah, which is crazy to me because it's like, okay.
He texted her saying what?
So
I guess like from her point of view, I guess she just texted like giving her like life advice
on boys
and stuff like that. What I thought, like what I got out of it, right? I thought he was kind of like prepping her or kind of like keeping these contacts with these girls for his shows, like Euphoria.
Yeah, but to talk about boys with like think about you're you a grown man, right?
Yeah,
you think about having a show in the future. Okay, you're gonna talk to a 13-year-old girl or 14-year-old girl about boys in order to prep them for some kind of project later? No. You may want to maintain a relationship. Hey, how's school? Yeah. Hey, how's this? Hey, what you got going on? Are you working on this? If that was the conversation, she was like, yeah, he's like a mentor. He's making sure I'm doing this. Then I'd be like, it's not away from that. But if she's like, he talking about boys, it's like, I know 13-year-old girls. There's no way I'm talking to them about boys.
About anything.
I'm not going to lie to you, bro. I don't see anything wrong with that.
Really?
Nothing wrong with that at all.
You know what
to be
it is,
honest
bro?
with you.
It's so up for speculation right now. Right? Like, I gotta see the texts. Because it could be like, she could have just asked him, like, hey, like, this boy wants to go out with me. Like, like just like a,
bro, there's times
just make sure he's a good kid. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what he said.
But there's times where like I do Uber, so like there's times where like we have like the teen rise and girls get in the car and they're having a conversations about their boyfriend. So do you not engage with them about that?
I have a funny story about that. I do Uber too. Like, I have a real funny story about that. That's funny. I still got to get to tell it. Bro, I'm not sorry to cut you off, brother. So I'm doing Uber, right? And this Tank and Drake song come on, right? I forgot what it's called, but it's a Tank and Drake song. So,
Celebration?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yep. So we in the car driving, and so I think I hear this teen. I think I heard her singing it. So I'm like, so I kind of turned her down. She's like, so I could catch her singing, so I could hear her. So I'm like, oh, okay, you know the song? She's like, what? I'm like, oh, I was asking if you know the song. I was Tank. I was like, you look fairly young. I was like, how old are you? She gets dead quiet. I'm like, uh-oh. She gets dead quiet. She's like, it's giving you're in your late 30s.
It's giving you're in your late 30s?
Yeah, I don't know. Bro, mind you, it's Drake and Tank. Even in the context I did it.
Tank is definitely a artist for older people.
Thank you.
So, but that song came out like what? I was probably
like maybe a fresh
18
for me. Yeah,
18, 19. Exactly. Yeah, like somewhere around there.
So I'm kind of confused because I'm like, oh, I thought you heard you. I was like, when she said it's getting late 30s to me, I was like, oh, my fault. I thought I heard you sing the song, so I was just asking.
What's wrong with kids?
Like, bro, it pissed me off so bad because like
the late 30s, the late 30s,
the late 30s. Because I was like, smart, like, how old are you? Like, how you not know the song? Or like, because when she was like, I was like, oh, you don't know the song? It's like Drake and Tank. She's like, it's giving you in your late 30s. I was like, well, I just turned 31, so I'm actually in my early 30s.
Right.
And then she goes, Yeah, I'm right. Late 30s. I'm like, so if I was 21, is that late 20s? She's like, yeah. I'm like,
yeah, but you're talking to a kid. But this is what I mean though, right? Like I have to, like I said, is Drake doing weird behavior? 100%, right? Mm-hmm. But to give him the title, the P word, I gotta see like the text.
Mind you, this lady now that I don't know her age, but let's say she was like 18, 19. She might be between 16 because I had that was interaction, 16 to 19, right? To me, it's kind of like I had such a terrible interaction with her and she's not even 13, 14.
Yeah.
How can I imagine myself talking to a 13, 14-year-old about boys?
About anything.
Yeah. I can't even have a conversation with a 19, 18, 17-year-old about Drake.
Right.
So how the hell am I going to conversate to a 13 about boys? It just doesn't make sense to me. So
here's my thing, right? And this is just for argument's sake. So I think Drake is doing weird shit, right? And I don't agree with it. He's making himself look bad at this point, right? But I think a lot of times it's also the people that's watching it that have distorted minds. So like, I don't know if you ever seen on Facebook or social media where like a father would be like laying with his daughter or like hugging his daughter and kissing his daughter, and then people are like, I would never do that. Why are you letting your father kiss him like that? Or you guys need to have some respect or have like some boundaries set in place. And it's like, it's an organic relationship, you know, where like the viewer that is watching it has been through some things that made them view it as it being inappropriate, whereas it is actually inappropriate.
Yo, we over sexualize everything.
Everything.
And that could be the I see the angle you're coming from.
So I'm not saying that his actions are good, because I think he knows the perception, or he knows the perception that people are having about him, right? But it's like, knowing that, you should withdraw from it, but then should you change who you are as a person if it's coming from a genuine place, you know? So like I said, I've been in situations to where I'm driving in a car and I'm having organic conversations with teenagers about boys. You feel me? Like relationship advice. Not weird whatsoever, right? But it's like, bro, we're real shit. You feel me? It's like, it's a genuine conversation.
Alone in cars with teens.
And at the end of the day, it's coming from a genuine place. You feel me? It's coming from a place of like,
this is actually one of like your top 5 points on the podcast.
This
like,
guy.
no, I know, bro. No, like I really didn't know where you're going. I really get what you're saying, like, because perception is everything, right? Because it's like, bro, I'll kiss my son on the forehead. You know what I mean? But like, to another person who's never been like kissed by their father, right there, I'm gonna be like, yo, that's some weird shit.
Yeah.
Right?
What do you got going
that's
on?
Not like, that's not anything remotely that, right? But yo, it's all about how you're brought up and how you think.
Right. And what experiences you've been through in life, you know? Like I may have different triggers from you, right? Where you may be raised in a household where everybody is like super affectionate, lovey-dovey, kissing and all that. I may be raised in a household where that wasn't the case, and I had some sort of essay happen along the way. You feel me? So I'm a little bit more triggered than you. That's all I'm saying. You feel me? And I think as a society, we're so quick to jump and throw that label onto somebody.
And especially, it's so much easier to do it when it's like a celebrity that you don't like.
Right.
It's like, oh yeah, now I got ammo.
I use a little bit, right? I use a little inch. But you know what's funny? You're right about that. I think about like Indians. Like you watch Indians and they'll like hold hands. Like two male Indians would hold hands. And I'm like, y'all never get away with that in America. Like, we would flame you to death. Yeah. But they could sit like on a bike and pedal together, like, but you know, I'm just like, it's stuff like that. I'm like, that would never rock. And maybe it is because we over sexualize everything. But I don't know. Maybe I'm jaded.
But even in America, like for me, the wildest thing that we do as Americans is we kiss babies. Some people kiss babies on the lips. I don't like that whatsoever, right? But is there something wrong with it? Am I the problem in this situation?
What's a baby? Like infant or like a 3-year-old?
From an infant
I'm saying, but you're talking about your baby. Like you talking about parents kissing their own
parents kissing their own baby on the lips. Like that, to me, that's weird. That to me, that's cringy. It's like, I don't like it, but I can't tell you what to do with your child. You feel me? Like,
now I do agree it's a little weird because like lip kiss, and then baby got nasty mouths. Like they drooling.
Parents have nasty mouths.
That's true. That's true. But you're right.
Yo, it's I don't find it weird. There's like a cutoff age.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a cutoff age, right? Like it's like the same thing with like breastfeeding. Like I don't like kids that are walking and talking breastfeeding.
Yeah.
Right.
Like freaks.
It's like, yo, you know what I mean? That's just like, all right, put that kid in the bottle. Like,
but are you the problem, or is the mother the problem in that situation?
I get, but that's my thing, right? But this is why I don't really like vocalize these things. Like if I saw it in life, I'm like, I'm not gonna give you my opinion.
Right.
Like, yo, at the end of the day, if you're comfortable and it's like it doesn't really look weird, like I'm not gonna say shit. Even though it's like, okay, this is like, you know, it's like you ever hear someone's like, oh, my son's like 5 years old. He's breastfeeds. It's like, that kid's going to school.
Right. Nigga got teeth.
If you don't have to ask for it, you can't get it. Like that should be the rule. If you
But
can
that's
ask
what I'm
for
saying.
it,
Yo, but that's just my beliefs. You know what I mean? I mean, let's get back to it.
No, so I mean, I say that to say that, you know, do I agree with his actions? No, but I do think that, like, you know, sometimes we can.
I think we just gotta be careful with classifying people off or without evidence, right? And we've seen a weird tape, we've seen some weird texts, or we haven't seen the text, but we've seen, you know,
weird
Drake being involved. But it's like to classify, because now we're almost taking legal action in a sense. You know?
That's true.
Because once you do this shit, right, you're crossing a line. And this is why I had
open an investigation on him.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. All right, so Ivana Santiago said, all I know is these poor kids are getting thrown around like clickbait. What's worse, illegitimate child or raising your manager's baby as your own without knowing?
Raising the baby.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Like, if I'm raising another man's dad, like kid.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah, fuck. I'd be a deadbeat. Fuck that. Like,
deadbeat stepdad.
Raising someone else's kid is wicked.
Yo, do you think bringing up kids in a rap beef is crossing the line?
No. I don't think there's anything that crosses lines.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think
so when it's rap beef, it's all up.
It's words. Like, come on, man. It's sticks and stones.
I don't feel like there's been a rap beef like this, like in past times where like you brought up like family members, like especially kids. I feel like kids were kind of off limits for most of rap beefs in history. I want to say Pusha T kind of started it.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I think about like remember Cameron Jay-Z beef, but neither one had kids. Yeah.
It's usually disrespectful. Like, yo, it's like suck my dick type shit. But it's like, yo, all right, let's leave the kids out here. Like now it's like, it's getting,
that's true.
They crossed the line with this beef. Now whether it's like, is it too much or not?
So 50 Cent never talk about nobody kids either? Because 50 Cent is somebody who this stems from.
No, 50 Cent will get your baby mom.
Yeah.
But I don't think he touching your kids. Like I remember like when him and Rick Ross were beefing. Like he took Rick Ross's baby mom out on a shopping spree, but like there was no kids involved.
You know, but and here's my thing, right? Maybe as a non-parent, right? Yeah. I don't give a fuck, right? I think like and what was said, it wasn't like anyone disrespected the kids. It was the kids were brought up in conversation. True. Kendrick was talking to the child in a disrespectful tone to the father, right? So it's like, okay, I'm gonna school your kid because you're not fucking doing it,
right?
And then Drake is also talking about like, hey, this may not be your kid, but it's not like any one of them said, like, fuck your kids. Exactly. Like, all right. So to me, it's like, it's
whatever. Okay.
All right. So this one is a long one. His name is Andre. I want to say Andre Meadow. In reality, Drake is writing raps for entertainment, pretty much. Kendrick is lecturing Drake like a child. Kendrick refers to Aubrey, and Drake as Drake. So he says, when he speaks to Drake, he tells us that he's a terrible person, attacking his character and manhood. When he raps to Aubrey, he talks far more gentle, but with a hint of disappointment. Kendrick hates the Drake persona, but not Aubrey the person. He wants to save him from himself. I've never heard anything like that in a rap beef before. It's amazing.
You ever play Yu-Gi-Oh?
I watched the show. I never played
the show. You ever play Yu-Gi-Oh?
I watched the show a little bit.
Okay. In Yu-Gi-Oh, this is like there's these field changing cards, right? So let's say like each Yu-Gi-Oh has like a type, right? Yeah. And so you can put like a field card, and then that when you put down the field card, it changes the environment of the board or the game, and whichever monsters like respond well to that environment, they get like a power up. Okay. Right? So let's say like it's a dark card. Let's have like a dark monster, and I'm like, all right, I'm put on the dark card. And I have to put on the dark card, I'll put on the dark monster because now he's going to be strong because we're in a dark environment, right? Type of thing. Okay. So I made the example. I feel like this is what Kendrick did with that. I feel like Kendrick changed the landscape so much that none of Drake's normal antics were going to work anymore. So even how, like how you say, even when you break down the pedophile, like talking to his kids, that's a different love. That's not even the same game it started off on. When you start talking to his kids about him, that's that's so like surgical where it's kind of like, all right, I'm going to like. I think that was just so perfect. That was so perfectly done to change the landscape because I didn't see Kenny beating Drake.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
You never saw that?
Not before that happened. Not before he changed the landscape.
I never saw Drake winning this shit.
Really?
Never.
Yeah.
Wow. You do?
I said to him, I thought Drake wasn't going to respond at all.
Right.
That's not. You know that. Come on. You thought Drake was not gonna respond?
I thought Drake had rap PTSD from Pusha T, so I thought he was gonna like shout out to Wally because he said the same thing. He said Drake shouldn't respond because it just wasn't in his favor. So I was like, yeah,
it's just not in Drake's. It wasn't in Drake's favor to respond. It's a
lose
lose. It's a lose lose. Honestly,
because he could have just not said nothing, and then it could have always been up to speculation, right? It's like, all right, who would have won, who would have did that shit, right? But now it's like we know who won, we know who lost,
and then also he got these allegations, and then like I feel like this is also career shifting as well. You feel me? Like,
yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie.
Brand deals, like this show situation, like who knows what's up for grabs after this whole thing? You feel me? So. Yeah, I mean,
this definitely gonna be a hard one for him to recover after, especially after the white flag.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
how do you feel about?
But to address that guy's comments, I think that's a good theory. Right. I don't necessarily see it. Like I feel like Kendrick's not just talking shit to both. Like I don't think he's differentiating between Audrey and Drake. Right. I think the difference is he likes the old Drake compared to the new Drake.
Okay.
I don't think it's like a character like whoever Drake's or Audrey's pretending to be.
Right.
I think he just doesn't like Drake at all now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that. I can see that. I mean, as I read that one, like I said, it just gave me a different perspective. You know, I kind of be more mindful.
It sounds deep. Right. It sounds like, you know, he sounds like a Kendrick fan. Like that's some Kendrick like fan shit. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, he did. I don't know if I'll read it, but I don't think he expresses that he's a Kendrick fan. He just said,
I don't know that he is. What I'm saying is like this is giving Kendrick.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said so far in his perspective, Kendrick's winning.
All right.
Yeah.
Anybody else comment?
Nah, nothing else was significant. I mean, one other person said, today's a great day in hip hop history. That was by YNRE. I don't even know how to pronounce that.
Okay.
Ivana Santiago.
Agreed. Like this is like this. There will be a documentary about this day.
No, the wrap up is gonna be focused on
Uncle Murder.
Yeah. There's gonna be.
But I'm saying, but like in like 20 years, when they make like a doc about this, like May 3rd is like this is a hip hop holiday. Right. Moving forward, this is a hip hop holiday.
That's a fact.
We should get time and a half if you work on May 3rd moving forward.
That's a fact.
Ivana Santiago says 17 to 23 is not okay, but plenty of men will date an 18-year-old when they're 23, so society takes a big part in this.
So I mean, she's pretty much speaking on the
pedo conversation. Okay. Yep. And then Siobhan said Drake has become a sympathetic figure because it seems like the industry is trying to jump him. But after seeing those two videos, nah, dog.
Yeah.
Okay. I do see that point where it's like, I think initially going into this, Kendrick was the underdog in most people's eyes.
He was the underdog?
Yeah. In most people's eyes.
I never saw that.
Really?
I never saw him as
Come on. Drake is number one. He was number one. Anybody coming for him is going to be an underdog.
I think what it is, and in my terms of underdog doesn't mean like rapping capability. My terms of underdog is more so like positioning. Right. So like with Drake being in that number one spot, anybody that goes up to him, a lot of people want to see Drake feel. It's almost like the Patriots, you know, they've been winning for so long, and then anybody that plays against them, they want them to win, so that way the Patriots kind of get knocked off and reset. You know,
I can see that.
They get humbled essentially. So I think Kendrick is the underdog in this case, and then once Kendrick kind of just been bullying Drake for like the past couple of days, I think that shifted a bit to where like Kendrick has been kind of just rallied by the support of the public of the public, and Drake has lost that, and now Drake is more so the underdog and not being seen as it being capable of coming back. So
you can't be underdog at the end of the game.
You can be
at the end of the game.
Yeah, you can be like it could be I think it's at this point it's almost like, and I don't want to say a blowout, but imagine a blowout, right? So imagine if like I'm not a big basketball player, so let's just say at one point when Golden State was crushing shit, right? Mm-hmm. Imagine they had a game where like they were losing tremendously and like the other team was winning tremendously. You know, you're hoping that Golden State being the underdog in the game, in the moment, it comes back. You know, so I think in this case right now, that's what it is.
It was a small percentage of people that wanted Drake to come back on this. I think from the beginning, people wanted Drake to lose.
Absolutely,
yeah,
and it's been consistent straight through.
And the thing is, I think there's two reasons. One, he's been top dog for too long. People don't like that, right? They want you to be successful, but you just can't be it for too long.
Right.
And he's just been on top for way too long. And two, his quality of music has dropped.
Absolutely, yeah.
And that's really what did it for him. Cause his last album
Certified
wasn't
Lover Boy. That
was
for all the dogs. That one.
Yeah, For All the Dogs. Certified Lover Boy, I liked. That
I
was
love
a
that.
decent
I
album.
love that album. I love that album.
I liked it. I genuinely
Yeah.
enjoyed it. It's not one of his top albums, but I really enjoyed it. Like I had no real complaints about it. I'm like, you know what? I still got a lot out of this. For All My Dogs,
Terrible.
was terrible.
Terrible.
And that's that's what fucked them up because he had nothing else. Because typically, you're only as good as your last project. Right?
Right.
Like people are quick to forget what you did no matter
before,
how
yeah.
good it is, because he has classics, right?
Right.
No matter what Kendrick says,
Right.
like let's not cap there. Like this guy has,
Which Kendrick is known to be a liar, which we'll get into.
Right.
yeah.
I mean, they both lie, but yeah.
Yeah, they both did.
Yeah.
But I think that's really fucked them up. Like if Drake was still consistently making good music, people would have still been in his favor. But people just got sick of him. It's like, you're number one by default at this point. It's just like, all right, you've had the history to back it, but as in like recent times, it's like, we're not seeing it.
See, I'm gonna disagree with you there. I think even if he had kept up consistent music, people wouldn't have been in his favor. I think people really want to see Drake lose, to be honest with you, especially the hip hop purists. They don't want Drake to be on top.
They've never wanted him there.
Yeah.
They never.
And so for Kendrick to come up, for Kendrick, the mecca of like being hip hop to come up and rise against Drake, I think he had a lot of people rallying against him. One, the people that don't like Drake. Then you have the people that like Kendrick. Then you have the hip hop purists that back Kendrick and don't think Drake deserves that spot. And then you have the people that are in the middle that's just like, okay, let me see what Kendrick can do, kind of thing.
Then
You know,
just have
so
people that just hate Canadians.
right. So then, and you have the
That's
West
sick.
Coast, just the coast as a whole. You feel me? So it's like, it's almost like a lot of.
It was stacked against him.
Right, it was
that's what
stacked against
Drake. I always felt like he was the underdog if he replied.
Oh, I just can't agree with that, man. Because even when, like, if you start from the top, right, first person shooter came out first.
All right, so let's go down the timeline of the diss songs. All right, so we'll go from where I didn't really think this started it, but you guys did, right? So in October 31st, Drake and J. Cole drop first person shooter in 2023.
Right.
Apparently, they requested Drake or Kendrick to come on the song with them, and he declined because they still had some underlying beef. So you guys think this started the beef?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard when Kendrick said, I did not take on the song because this shit that we have to discuss.
Yeah.
Which means that Drake already knew, like, me sending him to do the song is a shot in the dark because he may just, he knows that it's some.
But I could see why Drake would still do it, because I know when Control came out, right, he thought that it was like kind of a beef, when Kendrick dissed like all the rappers on Control. Drake said, I saw him afterwards and it was still love. So I was just like, he said, I was confused about it. It's like, why are you dissing me, but then showing me love and like, in person. So sometimes I think you get mixed up where it's like, is this real hate or is this like friendly competition?
Right.
So maybe like from his point of view, he's like, I don't think like this guy like really dislikes me like this. Like, it's just like,
Right.
we're all just fighting to see who's really the best. Because even J. Cole, he'll throw shots at I'm number one on Drake's song.
On Drake's song.
So it's like,
yeah.
but like, all right, I respect it. It's like, you're not disrespecting me. You're just like, we're competing.
Right.
So I think that's what he thought. I don't think he actually thought like, like this guy hates me how he does.
Right. And little did he know.
To find out.
Yeah.
But I will say this, because I watch Academics live a lot too. And he did, what I've been hearing, that there was whispers that Kendrick Ben had a song. Like locked and loaded
4 years ago.
For years
ago. So even if Drake, we know that. I mean, Drake has to know this. And if Drake knows it, that means even before he sent out that, that may even be before Control. I mean, it's been smoke. You know what I mean? It's been smoke in air. So, yeah.
Why do you think Kendrick hates Drake so much?
I think he's probably just, he feels like he doesn't deserve it, essentially.
Or
it's
just like jealousy and he's just envy.
I
want to say
about it. He's a Jewish
jealousy,
boy.
yes. Maybe.
I don't think jealousy.
Maybe jealousy, but like, I think it's like, one, he's a Canadian, like you said, right? And or Jewish.
Well, he's
right?
both. He's both.
He's Jewish Canadian, right?
Yep.
So I think one is that, and then two, it's like, you kind of see, obviously Kendrick is like one of those like black activists, like persons. And
I think he's an Israelite, right? He's a black Israelite.
Somebody said he's 2 rap lines away from claiming being a black Israelite.
I thought he was.
No, but I think for one, Kendrick is pro-black, like heavy pro-black, right? And I think too,
That when it comes to his wife,
right? And I think too, he really thinks that he's deserving of that top spot lyrically,
But to me, that's when you say that. Wouldn't you say that's like envy in a sense? Because it's like, yo, I think there's definitely hate from his point of view, right? Because it's like, yo, Kendrick is hailed as like the purest rapper, right? Like the essence of hip hop, the essence of rap, right? And for some reason, he's hearing all this shit. It's like, all right, I'm the best. I no one can rap like me. But why the fuck is this Jewish? Or actually, I'm not even gonna say that word.
Yeah, I was like, God damn.
No, but like
Big J.
Yeah.
The Big J.
Why is this half white, half black man from Canada at number fucking one? Like,
Number
yo,
one.
I'm getting all this praise, but why is this guy still beating me? Like, it doesn't make sense.
I mean, shit. I mean, Drake. See, that's the thing about Drake. His star power comes from he can make a pop song. Like he can make a song just pop. He sound real good. Yeah. Kendrick can make a great song. Can he make a great pop song like Drake? Hell no. But can he make good song, good music? Hell yeah. And I think that's what like the big thing is. Like it's like how we all look at commercial rappers and battle rappers. It's kind of like you can be the best commercial rapper, but you can't stand with the battle rappers.
But then the rappers can't stand with the commercial rappers either.
When it comes to making commercial music, right? But then what's more hip hop, commercial music or the underground?
See, but I think it's all up to the fan. Like, I don't see. That's my thing that I hate with this debate, right? It's like there's no right answer to this, right?
True.
If you like listening to this and it's still hip hop, like that's what you like. You may not like. Some people listen to battle rap every day, right? Like I'll hear a battle rapper, I'm like, oh, like for one time, like, oh, that's just fire. I'm not gonna re-listen to that shit because it's like
they'll find the album and mixtape and shit.
Yeah, it's like, yo, like it's just not aesthetically pleasing to the ear. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, this is dope. Like this is a one-time dope thing. Mm-hmm. It's like going to a restaurant and you have like the food's pretty good, but it's like, all right, like this is just isn't for me.
Right.
Like this is good.
Yeah,
like,
but this is just not.
I recommend this shit.
Right.
I have no real complaints, but like it just isn't really for me.
Yeah,
and I feel like that's what happens in music, right? But people are like these like purists where it's like, well, we know better.
Right.
We know what you should be listening to, right? Not this shit.
That's true.
I mean, but that's one thing that Academic. I was listening to Academics again today, and that's one thing he said. He's like, you know, how dare Kendrick try to shit on Drake like that? You know, it's like, okay, Drake has been number one, but he's deserving of that number one spot. Whereas, you know, he's trying to shit on Drake for being in the limelight and loving fame, but it's like that's what it takes to be number one. Right. That you can't drop a song and then disappear for 5 years, and then want to be the number one spot. Like, okay, if Drake isn't doing what you think that a top artist should be doing, then show us what they should be doing. You know, like they're supposed to be balanced, and a lot of people look at Kendrick as the balance. But when you've gone for so long and you allow somebody to be in that position, you can't be mad when they're influencing the culture.
That's why that's why J. Cole was coming for his spot,
right?
Where he's like, all right, he's rapping just as good as you,
but
he's consistent.
But here's the thing: he also said that Cole and Kendrick were both in the same position to where they were dropping music and not being consistent with their public persona. He said now Cole is getting better with that to where now he's actually like, you know, becoming a little bit more public, but Kendrick doesn't have a right to want to shit on the person that's in first place when they are doing that. You know, they made sacrifices while you were at home chilling with your family.
Which is fine.
Right.
My thing is like, yo, that's fine. Because he said in one of the disses, like, yo, you like being famous. I don't. It's like, that's cool.
Right.
But don't be mad at the famous guy for being more famous.
Exactly.
Because, yo, with fame comes the spot.
Right.
True. But I think Kendrick is more like, don't let the fame let you think you're better than me. And I think that's where it all stems from. Because
I can see that.
Kendrick's, like I said, his main angle is, I'm better than you. It's not like, oh, you know, you're too hot, you're too number one. He's like, no. I'm better than you. And it's like, to take that approach, and like earlier you said that you think it is kind of hate. I don't think it's really hate. I mean, granted, he did say, I hate the way you do it. That part is hate, okay. But I don't think
I'm the biggest hater. End quote.
Exactly. But I don't truly think it's hate, though. I think in competition, you have to be competitive. Like, you can't, as I say, you can't compete without hate. That's kind of weird to say. Like, you need some kind of edge to kind of keep that competitive drive going.
Nah, man. I get what you're saying. But I think, like, he's hate. I think he hates on him?
I
think he hates that he's where he's at. And I think I don't even think these are my thoughts. Like this is this guy's words.
Yeah.
Like, yo, he's like, yo, I hate that you're here.
Yeah. Like,
yo, the thing is, like, and that's the thing, right? Being a hater is so cringy.
Yeah.
Right? Like when you like being an open hater is like, oh.
Right.
Like it's yo, cause being a hater is typically embarrassing, right? Like if you know someone's hating on you and you call them out, they look stupid as fuck. 'Cause it's like, oh, you're just worried about me.
But here's the thing: being a hater is cringy when you don't want to be a hater. Kind of like being a hoe is cringy when you don't want to be a hoe. But if you admit to being a hoe and if you admit to being a hater, exactly. It is what it is.
I don't know, man. I think being a hater, even if you admit it, it's like from the pub. Because now this is how I know people want Drake to lose so bad, right? It's because like. It's to the point where like everyone hates haters, right? Like even if you want to admit to being a hater, like that may be fine with you. You're still gonna get like criticized by other people for being a hater.
Yeah.
What a loser! Like why are you being like you're proud of being a hater?
Right.
Yeah. This is how I knew people wanted him to lose, right? It's like when he came out as a hater,
no one shit on him.
And no one was like, oh, well, that's fine. But it's like, wait, now hate like the guy was like, oh shit, like being a hater is cool now.
I think because he stood in that stance. Like,
I know, but that's what I'm saying. But that's how I know. Because if it was vice versa, it wouldn't have worked in his favor.
In Drake's favor?
Yeah, if he said,
I hate on you. Like,
yeah.
Oh yeah, it would not work.
Like what is it would have been like, oh what this sassy ass dude being a hater.
Sassy nigga.
Yo, but that's what there was really nothing like that he could have really.
That's true, yo.
Yo, whatever for Drake to win, man, he would have had to drop something so insane, right?
Drop a bomb.
That it'd be undeniable. And he dropped good music during this, right? But it just wasn't like good enough to the point where people are like, no, I can't go with you. Like, I know this is good.
You know what it is? I think a lot of times people went into this rap beef firmly planted on their position.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And so
both sides. Diehard Drake fans weren't budging.
Right.
Kendrick fans weren't budging.
And I think not even a lot of times, those people that were kind of like uneasy that weren't firmly planted got planted in Kendrick because that's where the public agreed that's where
no I don't know because public
that's where the public agreed that's where we're going with.
Now I want to
the bandwagoners
the track record. I was a big Drake fan first.
Okay,
I know I always knew Kendrick got skills, but if you asked me before this whole beef, I'd have been like, I wouldn't even put him in my top.
It's
he's
crazy.
Not even in my top 10.
Kendrick's
crazy.
It's like Kendrick's obviously one of the best. But his music just isn't that appealing.
Yeah,
like
not
nothing
at all.
about like and don't get me wrong, like there's like the songs I like from him I really like, but his overall catalog just isn't for me.
Bro, you're not part of the 5%, bro.
I'm not.
You're not part of. You're not smart enough for it. You're not. He's rapping over you, nigga. Like you feel me? Like
I'm actually pretty short too, so it goes right.
You might be eye level with him, you know. You never know. You might be eye level with him.
We're talking eye to eye.
Right. Nah, you just don't get it, man. You're just not smart enough for it, you know?
I don't know, man. I think that I mean I do know that I started on the Drake side, but I won't say public opinion is what got me. It's just that strategy, because Kendrick was the underdog, and the strategy that he took is what made me be like, all right. It's like if I could if I could make you imagine it, it's like as if I took off the OVO jersey, threw it in the fire, and was like, all right, I'm gonna say on Kendrick's side, and then now I may be a Kendrick fan for the rest of my life just because of the whole beef. Yeah, just because of the whole beef.
Crazy.
That's crazy. Right?
That's insane.
And Drake was Drake was the number. I'll say was my number one. Drake was my favorite number one artist, but now I just have no favorite. Now I just Kendrick.
There's a blank space.
Yeah, it's a blank space.
My new favorite, Sexy Red.
You're crazy.
Nah, honestly, right, I'm firmly grounded in Drake.
Crazy.
So we went so on 10/31, first person shooter came out. And then on 3/22.
Whoa, I'm so sorry. I want to ask your opinion. Who do you think had the best verse on first person shooter?
Oh, J. Cole.
Okay. All right.
I don't think that's really a debate.
Yeah.
Okay. I agree.
Yeah. All right. Then on 3/22, Kendrick Lamar dropped his verse on Like That, which was on with Metro Boomin and Future. We've talked about that on our last episode. I mean, it is what it is. Like he came out, he dropped a bomb on a great song. I don't count that as a diss record. I count it as a diss verse because it's not his song. And he's featured. There's two other people. He's featured on it, right? Yep. I know some people count this as the first diss record. I don't count it.
Okay. The face off though.
Yeah.
It's definitely a face off.
No, this started it. To me, this started. First person shooter didn't really start it. And Like That was like, okay, now it's on.
I mean, but
because it put pressure on Drake at that point.
I mean, but think about it. If first person shooter wasn't there, would there be a Like That?
No.
I think so. But I still think so.
I don't know.
No.
Because remember, like I said, why it was a banger.
It was the catalyst,
Kendrick was
bro.
like, nigga, it's just big me, nigga.
Yeah.
Like that was like the
No,
beef.
but that narrative was going around before J. Cole said it, right? Like the big three thing. We've talked about the big three
Right.
on the episode, like before First Person Shooter came out. Like this was just around. Like this was the narrative going on in hip hop. Like
From
these
Kendrick's mouth though.
No, just like in the street.
You know what it is? You know what it's like, bro? It's like Kendrick is inside of the house, right? And he's watching these two niggas outside playing and having fun.
These light-skinned niggas.
Right, these light-skinned
On top of
niggas
that.
outside playing, having fun. And it was like, we're the top three. And he's inside the house, fuck the big three. It's me.
That white mama gonna do everything.
It's me. So when he finally gets an opportunity, like he just comes out swinging for no reason. And it's like, these two niggas like, whoa. Like,
Right, J. Cole was like, man.
I
'cause
just
they
want
is-
us all to be friends.
Yo, they do. That's the crazy shit. I really honestly think like Drake and J. Cole want everybody just to get along.
Right.
I think J. Cole, wants
that,
everybody
right,
to
right.
get along.
No,
I don't think
for sure.
Drake do.
I think if Drake had the option, he wouldn't have chose beef. I think he wants to get along.
I don't know, cause Drake, like I said, he do love #1 spot, and if somebody wants it, you have to battle him for it.
I
Like,
don't
you
even
have
think
to go
that's the
through him.
case. I think the case is Drake just really don't give a fuck. Or Drake is just like, yo, I'm gonna talk shit about you, and I'm gonna work with you too. Like he's just like, if you're not helping me, if you're not feeding me,
that's still competitive. I don't deny that he wanted to be in a competitive like
Right.
situation. I don't think he wanted this full out beef. Kendrick wanted this.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
we'll get into this later. But I think Drake knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Like I think it's like you can't be this hated and be a good guy. Like it's just impossible. You have to be doing some shady shit. And I think a lot of times, like it's almost like if all three of us are friends and I'm secretly hating on one of you two, then it's like I gotta be ready for that. You feel me? Like I have to prepare for that.
Bro, you'd be surprised though. A lot of people are naive, man, especially to their own actions. I mean, I get what you're saying, right? Like, there's no way that like Drake can be like this good of a guy.
Right.
If you got this many people beefing with you, I think his main thing is, I think the problem with Drake is the main thing that's a problem with most men, and that's fucking pussy. I think a lot of these beefs started off with some like him fucking someone's girl, and he like raps about this shit, right? And as a consumer, when we're hearing, it's like, oh, that shit's fucking lit. Like you just out here fucking people's bitches. But those bitches belong to someone, right?
Yeah.
And they were his friends. I mean, there was that interview with Lil Wayne, right? Where he
Right.
said like Drake fucked one of the chicks he was fucking with when Wayne got locked up.
Yeah.
And it's like, and Wayne didn't seem too upset about it in the interview, but it's one of those things where it's like,
Come on,
there's
bro.
just
You don't do that.
There's just a
line.
a cop.
Yeah.
No, there's a code, right? There's a guy code amongst all of us, right? It's like my thing is like, bro, if I like split a meal with you, like if I know you, like you might not even be my boy like that, but like me and you go out to eat or some shit like that, it's like I feel like shit if I ever if I ever mess with a girl like that, you know what I'm saying? That was your girl type shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Like you could fuck, and I think this girl was like his side chick or like something like
One of
that.
his
But like,
side-
you could fuck like one of my ex side chicks, but not one of my current side chicks.
Yo,
you feel me?
the thing is, or give the heads up.
Right.
Then again, I didn't.
That's
see
what I would respect more. Give me a heads up.
Yo, I don't know if he did that. I don't know if he told Wayne.
He didn't do it.
Say he was like, "Yo, I was in jail writing this bitch," and come to find out she was fucking Drake.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's that. See, I wouldn't even been mad if Wayne cut him off right there, bro. Because that
Yeah.
to me shady
I
shit.
would cut him off.
Yo, that's one thing I hate when dudes.
You say you
do.
would have, or you wouldn't?
Yeah,
Okay.
I would've
Yo,
let him go on that
I
one.
can't. Like that's one thing as I gotten older. Yo, I can't be close friends with men that prioritize pussy too much.
Yeah.
I mean,
They will cross you
Dangerous.
so quick.
Yep.
Even in What Would Pluto Do, he says it himself. He was like,
Yeah.
what did he say? He said she was fucking one of my niggas, so I asked what would Pluto do?
So I fucked her.
So I fucked her.
Which is essentially what I guess what started their beef.
Right.
See, well,
See, well, I think honestly, most of the time it does boil down to a female being involved. You feel me? Like I think his beef with Common was over Serena Williams or some shit like that.
yeah,
And then and then
and
I
then
think
Metro Boomin, and then the nigga, the giddy nigga, the basketball player. Oh my god, what's his
John Morant.
John Morant? Yeah, he fucked this bitch too. He fucked a lot of these bitches. Yo, that shit is,
Yo, why these bitches all fucking like damn, like, y'all have no loyalty?
bro.
he's fucking Drake.
He's fucking Drake. That's a scary.
You
thing.
seen the video?
Yeah, you're wild. You're wild.
No. No, I didn't.
I'm like, yo, it took me a second. Like, what? I've never confirmed or denied that I seen that video. All right. First of all,
Or Bill Clinton? I did not have sexual relations.
That show's in the timeline, man. I didn't mean to. I was scrolling.
And you spun the block.
Now you're projecting. Now you're projecting.
You scroll back up to it.
You're projecting.
That's great. You refresh it, you just pop back up to the top.
All right. And then all right. So after like that, on 419, we talked about this one too. Drake dropped Push-Ups and Taylor made Freestyle, which I thought were good disses.
Yes.
Solid disses. I like I said before, Taylor made I thought was original. Some people hated the AI thing. I fuck with it. I thought it was a good song.
I think it was a great strategy.
I thought it was a great strategy. I thought it was just original. It's like, oh, like this is because he's gotten the AI allegations, so he leaned into it, which I like. I like when someone gets accused of something and they kind of like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna show you. So I like that right?
strategy. Yep.
Yo, and at this point, right, this is 419. We thought Drake was up.
Yeah.
Drake was up.
Drake was up. Yep.
At this point, this is like when he actually had
back to back him.
He did back to back him. Yeah, he did.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Personally, for me, I didn't think Drake was up at that point.
You didn't think Drake was up?
Cause you didn't drop nothing.
I never really liked Push-Ups. Never really liked it for me, honestly. I think it's a catchy song. It's a catchy song, but I think that for me personally, I think like that kind of stood on top of it, you know?
But
okay.
But here's my thing, right? So at this point, I don't consider that a diss song, right? It's a diss verse. So this is why, like, right, he started it. To me, like Drake is still up at this point after he dropped these two, but I'm still waiting for the Kendrick reply, right? Yeah. And then so that was on 419. On 430, which is about 2 weeks later, yep. Kendrick Lamar drops Euphoria.
Yeah.
And then that's when shit got real.
This is where Jigsaw funny fucking comes to play.
That's a fact.
All right, so at this point, all right, how are we feeling about Euphoria?
I loved it.
Euphoria is when he spoke to the kids, right? No. Euphoria
was... he leaned into a lot of like the light skin thing, him like not being black enough.
Damn, I may have to hear it again.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll play it for you.
Yeah, play me a little bit.
Pretty much said, he called Drake a snitch on that. One of my favorite bars is, why you like stop pushing P, go push T.
Yeah, push T. Yep. Okay. I like this track a lot because it starts extremely slow, and this is after he didn't respond for a while. I remember when hearing it, what I liked about it was because as an underdog, you can't start slow. He started slow, but he was attacking him. Boom. Concentrated bars, which I like in a beef. Concentrate your bars. Your bars. Don't waste any filler bars on dumb shit. Bang, bang, bang. He was doing that, and then as the song progresses, he turned up on Drake. I think after this one is where I was like, all right, I think this is where I actually converted flags.
Really?
Okay. Yeah. Yep.
Oh, damn, you switched sides quick.
Yeah, quick.
Immediately. Like,
it was quick.
And I think this was I love this song, to be honest with you. Out of the entire beef up until this point, this one was my favorite song.
Yeah, me too.
I think, and to me personally, I think what really kept it on par, Kendrick ended up dropping this song and he was pretty much leveled out. But I think it took two Drake songs. It took the Push-Ups and that other one for me personally to tie it up.
Yeah,
you feel me? I think Push-Ups alone was not enough for me.
My only issue with Euphoria was it was too recycled for me.
Okay.
He took bits and pieces of Rick Ross this and Pusha T's this. That's my only thing. If Pusha T's story of Adidas didn't exist, this would have been a haymaker. The way he talked, but it was like it just resembled that to me, and I'm like, okay. I felt like it was like in school, like he just sat next to the kid that knew the answers, and he just copied off him.
Okay.
And then he handed in like, you still got the 99, right? But it wasn't you.
You know, I'm not mad at that. A lot of people held that position, and they were saying like, who's gonna drop like that bombshell, right? And for me, I feel like Pusha T kind of skewed a rap beef, right? Where rap beefs have now become like a gossip fest.
Gossip, yeah.
You feel me? To where it's like, okay, who's gonna drop the most dirt on the next person? Drops and tell us something we don't know. I think, generally speaking, like a rap beef is an opportunity for you to just talk as much shit as possible.
Yeah,
but like
it was.
But now, since Pusha T, it's like
he changed the rap beef culture,
right? And it's like now we're all itching for that next new T that like we don't know about. So for me, Euphoria stood high because I didn't need like that tea. It was like just even though it was said before and it was things we knew, it was articulated differently. You feel me? It was said in a different way to where it's like, I can appreciate this. You feel me? And it's like, all right, yeah, Drake is a negligent father that doesn't like, that loves to be in the limelight and fuck random bitches. But it's like
that was another thing. Like, I didn't even buy that. Like, I didn't believe that anymore. You know?
Right.
Because it's like, first of all, I could fucking point out Drake's son at this point. Like, I've seen this kid so much. Like, he's everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Like, I can't point out Kendrick's daughter and possibly not son.
But you think Drake's a good dad though?
Here's the thing. Is Kendrick a good dad?
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, we could only go off what we see, right?
Yeah.
I see Drake show off his son now, right?
Now. Okay.
But that's what I'm saying now. Yeah.
Okay.
But that's all I can go off, right?
Bro,
I don't know
hiding
what
the world from his son. He was hiding the world from his kid.
Yeah, which I actually understood though. I've always understood. Like, if I was a celebrity, I think I'd do something like similar thing.
Yeah.
Because how fucking mean people are about the kids.
And I won't get my kid like Gilly. Look at Gilly. Like I feel bad for a situation like that. Like your dad's a celebrity, gangster podcaster. You have nice things because your dad is, has money, and then you get killed because somebody else is gonna be jealous because.
And then look at Charleston White, shits on his fucking dead son. You feel me? Like, it's kind of crazy.
Yo, so like that approach to me was like, it was corny. Like when like he did that, right? It was corny to me. So all right, Pusha T already did that.
Yeah.
Like that was a haymaker for Pusha T, right? And now you're recycling it, but it doesn't have the sting because it's like, okay, from all I know, this guy seems to be a good dad now, right? Before I'm like, I don't know. Like we didn't know he had a fucking kid.
Right.
So now it's like, all right, it's recycled and it doesn't have the sting.
I mean, but it's like I said, for me, it's like it was okay because Pusha T told his sentiments on why he hates you, right?
Yeah.
Now I have to tell you why I hate you, right? Even though it may be the same thing, it's like, but you are this, and this is why I feel like you're this. You feel me? And he also said Pusha T didn't dissect Drake in the same way that Kendrick did in this verse. You feel me? Like Drake was like, or Kendrick was like, you're not teaching them how to pray. You're not teaching them how to be a man. And it's like, Pusha T never said that. Right. And it's like, now you're attacking me, not only me as being a father and not being in my kid's life, but I'm not even raising my son right. Like, I'm doing a terrible job at this shit. So like,
I like the angry. Yeah.
I feel like it wasn't bad for me. It was like, okay, you could call me a hater. I hate the bitches you fuck. I hate you, nigga. Like, what don't you get at this point? And I think that's why I appreciated the album or the song, because it's like, okay, yeah, it's recycled stuff to me, but it's like, but you put it out and you wrapped it up in a nice bow tie, and it was like it was just you presented it.
It was still the same shirt I got last Christmas.
6.
Right. Right.
Like I said, if Pusha T's song didn't exist, this would have ended. Like that would have ended the beef.
Right.
Yo, but that was my thing with this beef, right? Where it's like, all right, it was never enough. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but it's like, okay. Like I said, if Pusha T song didn't exist, this would have been enough. This would have fucking buried him, right? Because the thing is, to win the beef, you got to win the other people's fans.
Right.
So, when we heard that shit, it's like Drake's fans weren't gonna budge for that.
No.
Right? Just like how Kendrick fans didn't budge for push-ups or Taylor Made, right?
Right.
Like they couldn't even admit, like, all right, like, damn, this Taylor Made shit was kind of creative.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, no, this is corny. It's AI. That's how I kind of gauge like the winning, right? Which I think shifted on a couple songs later.
But even to touch my point earlier, it's like Drake had dropped 2 songs, right? And Kendrick's creativeness in that one song was enough to tie him up in the public eye. Like a lot of times people were torn. Like people were still 50-50.
Yeah.
So, and Drake dropped 2 songs. So by rights, Drake should have been in the significant lead because of it.
You mean Kendrick?
No, Drake should have been in a significant lead.
It's 2-1.
Right.
Oh, he should have been lead.
He should have been in a significant lead because of it. But because with the amount of attention that Kendrick put in this one song, that was enough for him to be kind of on par. Now, you could determine based off of rap style, based off of how slow the song was, how long the song was, whether you like the song or not. But, you got to give credit where credit is due. It's like he dropped a 6-minute song, but it was 6 minutes that was enough to put him on par with the number one guy. You feel me? So
like I said,
I'm not upset with that.
That to me, it was still like it was anyone's game. Like if you like this guy,
yeah, for sure.
Guy, but like I said, if that other song didn't exist, it would have been undeniable.
So do you think that?
And the other line I thought was kind of funny was when he's talking about like I hate the bitches that you fuck.
Right.
It was funny to me because it's like, all right, like we hate pocket watchers, but now are we like dick watching?
Right.
Like is this like this is what I didn't like about the Kendrick fans in a sense. It's like, they just kept moving the goalposts for this guy. It's like this guy's he's breaking a lot of like morality kind of like, or like just stuff that you don't admit to in a sense, where it's like, all right, Like, yo, because if I tell you, like, I don't like the bitches that you fuck with, you're gonna be.
That's a weird.
That's a weird statement, right?
Weird thing.
Like, yo, why are you worried about my?
You watching all the girls are fucking like
you worried about my dick?
Yeah.
Right? Like, oh wait, and you a hater?
Yeah, that's a serious hater.
But that's what I meant. Where it's like, okay, he's doing all this shit and like, his creative double, quadruple entendre shit, right? But it's like, if anyone else does this shit, right, against anybody else, it's like, oh, like, yo, this is weird. But since it's like, yo, we want this guy to lose, right? We're just gonna ignore.
You're willing to tolerate a lot more.
Yo, because that's what I don't like about like the only thing that's going on with Kendrick. There was a lot of shit that just got ignored.
Right.
Where it's like, well, we should address this shit, but like, I hate Drake more than what I just heard.
Right.
It's like, this is weird.
I mean, one of the biggest things that he said was that Drake doesn't have any fucking classics. I'm like, whoa,
that's crazy.
Whoa, buddy.
That's crazy.
Like that's
a hater statement.
Like,
because it's a fact. Like Drake is the number one for a reason.
Bro,
for you to come out your mouth and say there's no classics.
This nigga said that Drake is a genre on himself, and I believe it. Like he literally can fluctuate from any space and have classics in every space. You feel me?
Yo, but that's my point, right? Like now it's like, all right, he's clearly hating. He's admitting to hating. He's doing a lot of like just weird shit, right? But it's like, let's just excuse it. Like, yo, he raps really. He won Grammys. He won Grammys. Let's just let him slide.
Oh my god, yo, that's an interesting way to put it, yo. Damn.
Yo, because I'm telling you, if Kendrick said those exact same thing to J. Cole, like
I'm hating on you,
Yeah, it's like J. Cole, like everyone would be like, yo, like we knew you were bitter. Like we knew you were bitter, and now you're proving it, right?
Right.
It wouldn't have gone as well. But
That's true.
But since it was against someone that we want to lose, right? People are like, it's fine. It's fine for now.
But like I said, I said the same.
Never worked on J. Cole.
I said the same thing in the opposite. I'm like, if Drake had dropped Euphoria, people would have said that Drake bodied Kendrick.
I don't know.
Coming out of Drake's mouth, if he dropped something like that, bro, most people would have been like, not even most, a lot of people would have been like,
I don't think so.
Kendrick would have.
I don't think so, yo.
Bro, I 100% agree with that.
Nah.
Yo, what else did he say in Euphoria that really stood out? Before we move on for that one.
I think it's just the way he dissected the entire thing. And one of the biggest things for me that like jumped out to me, and maybe this is my simple brain, where he was like fucking he was like, I love you niggas to death, and I'll explain that 6 bars later. And then 6 bars later he dropped the YNW Melly song.
Yep.
Yeah, or my reference.
I think that was
one of the hardest bars.
Right.
I think that was a shot at Snoop Dogg.
Really? Mm-hmm. Why you say that?
Because when Drake dropped Taylor Made, Snoop Dogg reposted it on his story on Instagram. And
did he repost it, or did he just pull his jacket like that and it was like for Death Row?
I think it was on his story.
It was a response, and he played,
and it wasn't a negative response.
Right.
It was, Snoop Dogg is the West Coast rapper, right? Who pretty much gave the torch to Kendrick. So it's like, yo, like, are you my boy, or like, what's going on here? You know what I mean?
You think so?
Yeah.
Because I don't think Snoop Dogg reposted it. I think it was like, okay, he woke up, he heard it, and then he saw that he used his voice, so he's like insinuating that he's probably gonna sue him for like money. That's what
Snoop Dogg's response was pop.
Yeah.
What did he say?
It's not even what he said. It's kind of
his
like
mannerisms were upset.
Support. It was more support than non-support.
Yeah.
He's definitely in support.
With him tugging on his jacket. Is this the same video I'm talking about where he was wearing a Death Row jacket?
I don't think you saw the full clip. I think at one point he did pull a jacket, but that's not the clip. The clip is, so he hears it and he's like, I don't know what everybody's talking about, man. I don't know what's going on. He's trying to play stupid. I don't know what's going on. And he goes, I don't know. And then he goes back to let the song play. He lets the AI play in the background. That's support. You know what I mean?
So you think that was a shot at Snoop Dogg?
Because he's saying like, yo, are y'all my friends? Because like, I thought we're like, you know what I'm saying? I thought this is West Coast forever type shit. Right. But you over here kind of promoting this dude or giving him the pass. I don't know. Like that's, I mean, because you saw Tupac's family or whoever owns his estate,
they didn't like
make a stance like, yo, take this shit down, or we're suing.
Right.
They want money.
No, they do, but I'm saying Snoop Dogg could have just, like, bro, I'm not part of this shit. I'm West Coast all the way.
Right. He could.
I fuck with Kendrick. Take this shit down. Right. He's like, hey,
right,
I'm gonna let y'all do this.
I mean, but like I said before, I think it's because a lot of people are taking the we know the power that Drake has position, and it's like I'd rather be on his good side than his bad side.
That doesn't touch Snoop Dogg.
You don't think so?
No. He's made enough money. He does think, bro. He fucking cooks with Martha Stewart. Like, you think he gives a fuck with Drake's power right now?
Over Kendrick?
No, I'm just saying, like, he's scared of. He's saying that.
Right. He's scared that
he's scared of Drake's
effect.
influence, but it's like he doesn't give a fuck. This guy's
I'm willing
like
to argue
65.
that, but I'm not
I don't know
going
about
to.
not give a fuck, but
I'm willing to argue it, but I'm not going to.
right. I know what you're saying. Because
Yo, what could Drake do to Snoop Dogg?
it's not what he can do, but
It's what he could prevent from happening.
Yo,
Exactly. Or the alliance. Just the alliance in
but
general.
what? Like what? Like think about it.
The
Snoop
number
Dogg's
one
done.
pop star in the world.
Yeah, but what? Yo, he's not an up and coming rapper. Like this guy is
No.
a retired rapper. He fucking cooks now. You know what I mean? Like he just does. He's just doing side quests at this point. Like
Side quests.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I get what you're saying. Like if it's a younger rapper, now you got to pick a side.
I mean, but why is 50 Cent backing him like that? Do you think it's just because he like his music?
I
Do
think
you think
so.
Drake is his favorite artist?
I can see that.
I don't think so. I think it's literally the business ties, to be honest with you.
I would think so too. I think so because I definitely think it's bigger than rap. Like I think. Like,
Yeah, but
guys
yeah,
like
you could.
that-
I would say you could argue that more for 50 Cent than anybody, right? Because 50 Cent's still actively trying to do stuff, right? He just opened up his own film studio. You know what I mean? Like, so I could see that, right, where he can maybe use a favor from Drake later on. Snoop Dogg doesn't give a fuck. I think he co-signed, like, yo, I'm cool with this shit. Y'all play it out how I'll play out.
If he did one for Kendrick, I can see your point, but he ain't support Kendrick at all.
At all. That's
At
what
all.
I'm saying.
So I don't know. I think he teamed Drake, and I think it was intentional.
Yeah.
So I don't think he was trying to be like.
And I don't
know.
Yo,
Nah,
and I don't think he's scared of any influence by Drake. And he doesn't need it.
I definitely think he's scared. I definitely think like rich people like to keep their alliances.
Yeah.
So, for example, like it probably is Snoop Dogg, it probably is the Drake, it probably is the Birdman, who could all sit at a table, but Kendrick probably not at that table. So Snoop Dogg probably look like, man, I'm gonna sit at a table with Birdman, Drake, Wheezy, then to be sit at a table with Kendrick and his family, type shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I just think, yo, certain people are just too established to, like, really be moved.
I agree. No, I agree. But like I said, but I don't think it's a threat move. I think it's just like I'm gonna pick Drake's side because that's where he feels more comfortable.
Yeah.
Which is silly because it's like, nigga, the West Coast is banding together, and this is not a time for Snoop to even.
But that's
do
what I'm
some
saying.
shit
I
like
just
that.
don't think he cares. That's like he's like, yo, I'm Snoop.
Damn.
Like,
Side
what are y'all
quest.
gonna
Side quest
yo side quest, yo, I'm certified. Like I've got bodies out here. I've done it all. Like,
Right.
yo, y'all haven't even lived like 10% of the life I live. Like I'll do whatever I want, and if y'all got repercussions, send them my way.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Possibly.
I mean, home got
Maybe.
legal cannabis in his own name. Like that's
Bro, he was smoking weed publicly when it was illegal, and no one gave
and
a
the
fuck.
fucking
No one touched
smoked
it.
in the fucking White House.
Yeah. When it was like before, like now it's cool, right? Now it's like, yeah, whatever. Like,
right. That's like somebody taking heroin today in the White House, and in 10 years being like, yeah, it's nothing. What you mean, like,
yeah.
Lil Fizz just pop some pills in the White House. Yeah, ain't nothing.
So, anything else on Euphoria?
I think it was a phenomenal album.
But I think up until Euphoria, I think that's what Kenny took the lead from there and never lost it.
I would say that. I think he had a slight lead at this point. Like he wasn't blowing Drake out the waters yet, right? And then on 5-3, Kendrick Lamar dropped 6-16 in LA.
616 and what?
In LA.
Loved it.
It was cool.
I think it was a great strategy to make Drake like scared about like who's in his camp and who's ratting on him.
Yeah.
Obviously, hindsight is 2020, and we know that that's not the case. But I think from his standpoint, I think it was a great play. I think with Drake being so paranoid and always hesitant about who's the next person that's gonna be like that's gonna be against him. I think for him to kind of try to plant the seed that he has a mole. I think it was a smart play.
I think it was definitely a good strategy. Overall song it had no impact on me.
Yeah.
But overall, like it was still smart.
And I love-
he played more than the song.
And he doubled down.
And I love the meanings behind 616. Like the ones that people have come up with. Have you seen them? I wrote a couple of them down. I wrote a couple of them down. So I got 616 significance is you have Canadian Father's Day.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Damn.
Canadian Father's Day for one. You got Tupac's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then you have I think another one was something with OJ. So I guess it's mixed between if OJ got acquitted for killing 2 white people or if the day he got charged for killing 2 white people. Something like that. It was like a mixed thing. No, yeah, too many. I mean, people were saying different things and it wasn't specifically confirmed. But yeah, I was like, damn, like for him, if that was a planned time, which a lot of people give Kendrick credit for being like this intricate person that overthinks everything and pre-plans everything.
Bro,
so
Kendrick
it's like
could fucking like eat a Snickers on like live, and people be like, "Yo, y'all don't even
Y'all don't understand why he did that.
Y'all even know y'all even know the
Do you know what
implication of
Snickers represent?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's facts.
From the white man.
The white man made Snickers in 1779 when they let go slaves. And,
He's telling you you're hungry and you're starving.
And they gonna feed you this poison.
Right.
And they snickered.
Right.
Yo, no lie. That's how his fans are, bro. Like they do they give him too much credit. I get it. This guy does some dope shit, but it's like, it's like sometimes it's just. Yo, I even like when he said on one of his other songs, some shit ain't even gotta be that deep.
Right. He said, I don't like when you say nigga.
Yeah.
It ain't even gotta be that deep. Just cringy.
Yeah. Yo, I remember when he dropped that shit, people were like, yo, yeah, I don't like when Drake says it either. Yeah.
I mean, but I think we do gotta give Kendrick his credit in terms of being, I guess, just well thought out to the point where
100.
People will give you a reason, a meaning behind something, you know? Like he possibly didn't even know that 616 had so much significance, but because he has put in the groundwork before, people are going to give him the credit for it now. You feel me? So even in terms of like Euphoria, you know, like people were speculating like, why did he name it Euphoria? And then he gave the definition on Euphoria, and it's like you can see why he named it that because of the song, but then they're also trying to associate it with the movie the show that
Drake produced. I thought that was when he dropped it.
I thought that was the main.
Yeah, that was. I didn't understand how people didn't get that.
Right.
Yo, because when people finally, when it finally hit, you know, like the 5%ers, right? I was like, y'all gassed about this shit? Like, this is a known thing. Like most people know that he directed Euphoria.
Right.
Like that was like
I didn't even know he directed it.
Or he was a co-producer or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just knew his name. I mean, bro, he's like he was like a co-producer on fucking Top Boy. Like this guy's name's touched on everything.
Right.
Okay.
It's like 50 Cent on Power. Like, you know, I hope you don't think 50 Cent is actually in the writer's room writing. He just funds shit and then just, you know.
All right, so at this point, after he drops 616 LA, he's up. He's up.
Yes, he's up. He's still up. You mean,
Yeah, he's still up. Right now, now the leads, because prior to that, right, you could have still argued both ways. To me, it's like, all right, if you like Drake better, you're gonna think he's still winning. If you like Kendrick better, you think he's still winning.
Yeah.
When he dropped this shit, I'm like, all right, you gotta admit it. Like he's up now. Strategy rise, right? So that was on 5-3. Later on 5-3, Drake drops Family Matters, which to me is the best song out of the whole thing.
Best song out of the
collection?
out of the
whole
beef,
collection.
out of the entire beef.
This is my favorite song.
Interesting.
And I think Drake lost overall, but this is my favorite song out of the whole beef.
Interesting.
Do you think it was enough to put him in the lead?
He had the lead. He had the lead at this point. When he dropped this shit, he had a clear lead to me.
After he dropped it.
After he dropped it. And after, I mean, when he came out with the, first of all, he fucking killed A$AP Rocky.
Yo, everybody, it's that one specifically that everyone notices is how much he ragged A$AP Rocky in that
and briefly,
line.
too.
You know what's crazy? I probably missed it because I didn't hear him reference A$AP.
He called him Rakim. That's his name.
You know what's funny? I heard him say Rakim. I know who he's talking about.
Yo, he killed A$AP Rocky, killed fucking Rick Ross.
Yeah, he kills Rick Ross.
And then the third verse, beautiful beat.
He serenaded Kendrick.
Then like when he dropped the wife beater allegations, I was like, oh, I'm like, this is it. Yo, and it would have been number one. He would have won with this, but Kendrick's strategy was just
once again.
He was this will put him on. So obviously on 5-3, Kendrick Lamar drops 616 in LA. Later on, Drake drops Family Matters. And then later on,
right.
Was it 15 minutes later?
15 to 30, somewhere around there. 15 to 30 minutes
Kendrick
after.
Lamar drops Meet the Grams, which I don't like the song. The song itself is a terrible song, right?
Song.
So but what he said in that song, this is when this beef to me got like, it took a fucking dark turn.
Right.
Because now this is when the pedophile stuff came out and the Harvey Weinstein sex trafficking came out, right?
This is what a double down.
This is when shit came like, okay, now this isn't rap beef anymore. Right. Like, no, because at this point, it was like, okay, this is still going back and forth, but now it's like, okay, this has just got dark.
But you know what it is? Like I said, I think, once again, giving Kendrick his credit, right? These 5%ers aren't really realizing that he's using you guys as pawns as well, right? Because
how so?
What is the main thing that like gets a lot of people's attention? And what is the era? What is the atmosphere for right now in terms of pop culture? You have Diddy going on with this whole sex ring thing, right? So why not sprinkle another person in there, right? And let's get them talking
Who
about
already
that.
has some
yeah.
funny shit going on, some allegations.
And then also, what is the last time that Drake got humbled?
Probably, y'all said Pusha T one, right?
Yeah. So Pusha T. So him bringing up the whole kid situation. So he's like, okay, these are two things right now that have such a significant impact right now, right? A lot of people are hoping for a Pusha T like T, I guess, essentially, right? And people are obviously...
And he gave it.
And he gave it to them, right? And then people are obviously, whenever there's kids involved or pedophilia or sexual assault, whatever the case is, there is involved, people hype it up. So he's literally using you guys to help further push his win in this matter. You feel me?
Strategy.
It's like, I think because one thing that stuck out to me, and I don't remember the line exactly, but I remember we had talked about it over the phone where he was like, why should we believe you? Because you lied about this. You lied about religion. You lied about this. And you're lying about this kid, huh? And I don't think that was intentional. You feel me? I think with Kendrick, it's like, if it was intentional.
You don't think it was intentional? Or?
I mean, unintentional. I don't think that was unintentional, right? Because it's like with Kendrick, I feel like he knows what exactly to say. So for him to leave that, it's like he's leaving a window open for like, of it being a possibility. So he himself wasn't 100% convinced. And maybe this is me just...
You about to set me down the rabbit hole. Because that's interesting if he did that approach. I didn't listen for that.
Yeah, I mean, what's one of the first times I listened?
I think it's a reach.
You think so?
I think it's a reach.
You think it's a reach?
I don't think so.
I think when he dropped that Drake has a daughter, I think he believed it.
You think so?
I think he believed it. Now, what I don't know is like if the mole thing was OVO really on top of it. I think when he said all that shit, he believed it.
So you think that Drake had no hands in it before Kendrick said it?
That's what I don't know. Because, I mean, Drake was pretty much saying, like, yo, I knew who the mole was, and we gave him fake intel, and this is why now you're looking stupid by rapping about it. Which, the fans didn't even give a fuck.
Yeah, when I heard that's what I was like, I don't care. Like, we're not in this to prove that if it's right or wrong. Like, this is beyond right or wrong.
But that to me is where it just took a turn where it's like, it was kind of like, all right, now we're just making these, like, we're making some big allegations, right? Because prior to that, I didn't really need proof, right? I'm like, I would have believed anything he said. Like, so, when Kendrick said all this shit, like, I was like, all right, whatever, I'll fucking take it at face value. When Drake said, like, the wife beater thing, I was kind of like, all right, man, like, you're pushing the line now. Because it's like, where are you getting this from, right? But then people started putting together, like, oh, this guy hasn't been in the West Coast in 6 months. Like, you know what I mean? And the thing is, like, if I was Kendrick's ex-wife at this fucking point, or ex-fiance, whatever she is to him, it's like, bitch, fucking say something. Like, oh my God. Just tweets. Like,
if I was Kendrick, I would be like, say something. Like, defend me.
Child support for next year because of that.
Yeah.
Like, she was lost.
Like, I'm in the battle of my life, and you can't just post a picture. Just lie to these people. Because he's paying, like, he's paying for like the child support, alimony, or whatever, right? It's like, you need me,
right?
That's why I was like, well, which made it like worse. Just like, all right, like, damn, you're saying all this shit, right? And she not. Why would she be an op? Why would she be an op?
She an op.
You think about it, but why would she be an op unless she got hit?
Or because Kendrick probably fucking bitches. Because I heard Kendrick living in New York. Remember, they're not living together. So
that's what I'm saying. But like,
she probably salted. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's probably salted.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't know, man. Like, if it was like, if that was my
for her, because
if that was my girl, it's like, yo, just say something, post a picture,
help me,
help me.
Yeah. So that was kind of like, it almost kind of gave Drake the credit. It's like, okay, you're saying all this shit. Kendrick's not denying it. His wife isn't saying shit, right?
As hell,
so it's all right. We're still like, we're not there where we need proof yet, right? But then Kendrick's like dropped the sex trafficking shit and the kid shit. Right now, it's like, okay. And we're gonna be prone to believe it because, all right, this dude already lied about one kid. It's like, why wouldn't
he be lying about the second one?
And then that's when, like, I started kind of be like, okay, I still think Kendrick's winning, but like some of this shit just is like, it's a stretch, man. Like, give us a document.
See, and you're making a lot of good points, but if you really think about it, like, rap always kind of been fictional, like. That's why, and I think that's why it hasn't affected me like that. Like, the lies is like, it goes in one ear out the other.
Yeah.
Because I more want to see the constructive use of the lie than I want to care if it's accurate or not. Like, I don't really think Drake's fucking little kids. But you make it sound good. I'd be like, you're fucking little kids.
I mean, but if that's the case, where do we draw the line on what lines are being told?
I was gonna. Nah, but there's got to be a line.
You
man.
can't be. You can't be. To call somebody a pedophile, that's a criminal offense.
But that's what I'm saying, right? Like, all right, wife beater. I mean, still criminal offense, right? Like that's still criminal offense, but. A lot of couples just take that shit to the chin. They keep that at home. Right?
DV is a common thing. Yeah. You feel me? Like,
yo, but that other shit is that sex trafficking, pedo shit is like, because now we're not affecting like your spouse. Like, yo, we're fucking like,
especially in this climate.
This is like an illegal. This is an illegal like organization.
Yeah.
With Diddy happening right now, like. And you want to drop claims like this? Like that's a low blow.
But it is. But
if it's fake,
right. But I mean, if it's real or fake, it's a low blow because you're basically going to set an
investigation.
But
my thing is right. What I don't like about this, right, and this I think this actually made Kendrick look bad, right? Because it's like okay, so if say these accusations about Drake is true, right? Like that, he's running this sex trafficking ring, and OVO is just a front for all this other shit, right? So you knew about it. Mm-hmm. For how long? And you weren't gonna. So if there was no rap beef, you're gonna keep this within you, right? Because this is the type of shit, bro. Like this is beyond snitching, right?
Right, but that's an easy combat line. He's just gonna say, "Yeah, I didn't have all the facts, so I can't just spill the beans." Because legally, Drake will come after me. It's only now the way
But what are the facts now?
Right, but the facts don't matter because it's a rap beef. It's not. Like
but I'm saying,
telltale.
Yeah, but I don't, man. I think if you have this type of intel on someone, like. You gotta call the fucking police.
I mean, that's what some people are saying right now too. I mean, on a lighter level, right? I think a lot of people are saying like all these people are hating on Drake and they're calling him light skinned and not black, and they're saying that he's culture appropriating, and they're saying that he's a pedophile. But then all of them have done songs with him, multiple songs with him, and they're okay with it. So now that there's a beef going on, they're not okay with this stuff.
Yo, that's why like Metro and Rick Ross are the corniest ones to me out of this whole beef thing, because it's like, yo, dude. Not that Rick Ross wasn't a nobody before Drake, but like Drake elevated your career by so much.
Yeah. I don't know about that though. I don't know about that. Because I never used to be a Rick Ross fan, but Rick Ross definitely turned it up a little bit before the Ashton Martin song with Drake. Like, granted, that was a good song for them together, but that was not a make it or break it or even a blip.
No, it wasn't a make it or break it. I feel like he just elevated his career with some of the songs that they did.
They had Diced Pineapples. They had Aston Martin music. They had Lemon Pepper Freestyle. They had
was it Money in the Grave?
Right, but both
Pop That
is a massive one for them.
None of these were like spikes in Rick Ross's career for me.
Absolutely, all of them.
You're bugging.
Every last one of them.
You're bugging. Yo, I think Rick Ross has a niche fan base, a niche hip hop fan base. I think when Drake and him got together, I think he spread his fan base.
Bro, Drake and everybody fan base got spread. Future was a dying artist in my eyes, right? Yeah, my eyes,
I would agree with that.
Future was a dying artist in my eyes.
You're getting close to being disrespectful,
bro. I think, ever since what the Stick Talk album.
That's like the one fucking. You always go back to that.
That's the one.
I'm just saying, our Future had a couple years where he had a dry spell.
Yeah,
he had a dry spell. I'll give you that.
Mm-hmm. Has he ever resurrected since then?
Hell yeah. Well, his last album.
Yeah, man.
What last album?
The one
with Metro?
No, bro. Well, that one's a good album. I'm talking about the one. No, his last solo album.
What last solo album?
I'll fucking look up the name because you just don't keep up with music, so that's why it's hard to have these conversations with you.
Every album that Future has dropped since I think the Stick Talk album has been garbage, bro.
Nah, no, hell no.
I Never Liked You, great album. The one with Tim's, the Tim song and Drake. I mean, he got a number one off Drake, but that album itself was. I mean,
the title is that for Drake?
This album, bro.
No, is the title for Drake?
No, they were still cool at this point.
Drake says that they were never cool. We never got over it. Drake, we never. Yeah, he said that on the song.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
But I'm saying, but this song, like Drake's on this album.
They used to work together, but they never really like.
Yeah, when they created the album together, I thought they was boys and boys, man.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm lying. He did have that good song, that good album.
Yeah,
with the Drake, the one with Drake.
Yeah,
the one Drake was one song, but the overall album.
No, the Drake, the Drake album.
Yeah, him and Drake has a full album together.
Yeah, that was the mixtape. Yeah, that was a minute ago. Though.
Yeah, but I think that was like one of his last good albums. I think this one was an okay album.
It was a great album.
It was all right.
I mean, I don't think he fell off, but since
I
then.
he had a dry spot. I think from like 2000 like
before
17 to
Before that
2021.
mixtape, then yes,
Yeah.
I agree with you. Yep.
Because he had one where like what he did with Lil Uzi. That was like it was trash. He had like a one with Juice WRLD. It was kind of trash. He just had like he had a run of bad like projects.
Yep.
But his consistency always like pays off.
Yeah.
Yeah, to me, like I said, it's like these guys are now coming out and saying like all the things that they didn't like about this guy, but it's like they were hating low key. You feel me? And it's like even with Kendrick, for you, I think you brought up a good point to where it's like you are okay with him being a pedophile outside of the beef, but the moment you guys are beefing, it's like it's an opportunity.
But here's the thing: it's not like he's okay with it. Like for
you didn't
example,
vocalize it. You for the past 5 years, you never said nothing.
right?
Yo, because and the thing is, right? He alluded to it on the first couple of diss tracks, right? He's like, "Yo, don't do it.
Right.
I got something for
Right.
you. I don't really care about the victims, but if you keep pushing me, I'm gonna put this out there."
And the moment you talk about my family and me beating my wife, which may possibly be true, and nobody's talking about, and nobody's talking about that.
Which to me is how Kendrick really won, right? Because after Family Matters dropped, right, that should have been ending. Like that should have did it. And then when he dropped Meet the Grams, and it snuffed that shit out so
quickly, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, because I think we're gonna look back in this beef in like 10 years
And be like, Family Matters was amazing.
Like, yeah.
Not the best.
Phenomenal.
Not the best. It's definitely second place.
So what was your favorite song
He's
then?
gonna say, "Not like us."
Not like us. Hell yeah. What?
All right,
From the beat drop.
All right, we'll get into it. So after Meet the Grams on 5-4, Kendrick dropped "Not Like Us," the best club song out of the whole dish.
You can take club out of there. The
What?
best. That's the best song out of the mix, out of the collection.
Nah,
100%.
I'll give it second. I'll give it second for sure.
That's okay.
What's that?
I give
Not Like Us?
No, yeah. Family Matters is first to me.
Yeah,
Not Like Us is second.
Yeah.
Did I probably put Like That?
No. What? You put like that in there, or even over
Euphoria?
Euphoria?
As a song that I would listen to on a regular basis, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I think Euphoria's
Okay,
number. I think Euphoria's number 3 to me too. I would
So
say that.
what's your top three?
My top 3 is Family Matters first. West Coast one, it's cool, and I have to give it its credit.
It's like it's a Bay Area beat. Like,
Right.
That's like that shit.
I have
Bro,
to
that
give it
shit
its
makes
credit.
me want to.
yeah.
I have to give it its credit. So, am I gonna give it much listen to? Probably not, but I have to give it its credit. So I'm gonna say it's number 2.
That's really the reason Kendrick won this beef. Isn't it because he out rapped Drake?
Not at all.
Or he out TMZ'd him, right? It was his strategy.
He out strategy
His
Drake.
dropping strategy and his beat strategy. Which just surprised me because you would think like Drake was the one that was gonna do this shit, right?
Right. That's Drake's specialties.
Yeah.
But that's what I said. I made this post last night, and I'm like, yo, Drake's issue and the reason why he's lost this fight is because he never saw Kendrick as a worthy opponent.
Yep.
You feel me? He always saw Kendrick as being beneath him and not worth his time. And he tried to treat him like Meek Mill. He tried to treat him like Pusha T. And this is not the same thing. You feel me? If it's like you're going against one of the greats and he's in the conversation as one of the greats, you have to treat him like he's a threat.
Yeah.
And I feel like Drake never treated him like he's a threat, and that's why he killed him. You feel me? Like,
And you gotta think about it, bro. This guy has no wife, doesn't see his kids anymore as a deadbeat. He's got nothing but time.
Yeah. Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? Kendrick has nothing but time. He's not where he
he's
lives.
Not in the limelight. He's not really right. He's
Yeah.
just like sitting home like.
Yo, so that's like
Fuck
the
you.
2 weeks he took to write his things. Did it worked?
Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of people were like, "Yo, like he's not gonna respond. He's taking too long," which I think it deducts some points, right? But when he got ready, he was ready full on ready. You know what I mean?
I mean, so here's my thing, right? With this beef that's going on right now, right? With Drake coming out and saying that it was all lies, can you qualify Meet the Grams?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I don't.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Because all rap is lies. Like most, even outside of this beef, when people rap about the things going on, they're lying. So to me, and like I said, I don't put much value on how true it is. Like the nicest nigga wasn't going to be the nigga that tells the truth. That wasn't going to be the nigga that win this. The niggas that was going to win this is going to be the person who can rap, rap the beef best. Who can rap this our disagreement up in a beef, in a rap beef, and give it to the audience and let them say, yeah, I out-rapped you and I did you.
Do you think Drake got out-rapped?
No. I don't think he got out-rapped, but he lost. I don't think he got out-rapped, though.
So then by your own criteria, Kendrick didn't win.
No. But I don't think either one of them out-rapped each other. I definitely think Kendrick strategically outdid him, and I think that's what caused a W.
Yeah.
But he strategically outdid him because of Meet the Grams. And if Meet the Grams is there, what happened is he dropped Meet the Grams.
Like us. I didn't think he won off Meet the Grams.
I don't think he won off Meet the Grams.
Hell no.
But
no, he was winning off of Meet the Grams.
No. He was winning off Meet the Grams for a little bit, right? Like, because it's like I reserve my opinion at that point because it's like, all right, these are some fucking heavy allegations,
bro. From the moment that Meet the Grams dropped, Drake had lost, and I typed this in the comment section. New God Fetty. In the comment section, we were going back and forth because he shared our post, and I said Drake has lost from this moment on. Nobody gives a fuck what Drake has to say at this point because of the allegations that came out. Yeah. So to me, Kendrick has lost. Drake was fighting an uphill battle from the moment those allegations came out.
Yep.
So in my eyes, I'm like, okay, since those allegations are out, it doesn't matter what he says. People aren't gonna be fucking with his music because it's like, am I gonna be supporting a pedophile?
Right.
Like, it's not. Now you have to go based off your own personal morale, right? And it's like,
you're not gonna battle that. You're not gonna take on the fight of the number one guy who's a pedo.
Who's a pedo in the middle of that? You feel me?
So well, just since we're on that anyway. Right. So on 5/5, Drake dropped The Heart Part 6, right?
Right.
Which he pretty much speaks on the allegations.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys think that helped him at all, or did more damage?
I think he lied.
What do you think he lied about?
I think he didn't know that. I don't think he planted it, honestly.
You don't think he planted the most stuff?
No, I don't think he planted a child. I don't think he planted the meds. I don't think he did anything. I think he saw that social media has been speculating that was the case and used that as an angle to kind of distract people. Because even as a guy that, like, when he dropped it immediately, right, or when Meet the Grams came out immediately, right, he put up laughing emojis and was like, "If anybody could find my kid, let me know," right? Yeah. If that was your opportunity to say, aha, I've gotten you, here's my trump card, but you denied the claim and was like, this guy is in shambles, where's my kid? You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like, you took the angle of denying it rather than saying, like, I did this to you. You feel me? So it's like, I don't think that this was, I don't think, to me.
That was a good spin, though. Like, I think you're making a lot of sense right now.
Right.
From his point of view, I think that was a good spin. I think that was his only move.
Like life-saving.
Yeah, that was his only move.
Yeah.
I do wonder though, like where did he get this false info though?
So real quick, so I remember when this first dropped, I remember talking to my girl about it, and she was like, "Yo, I saw this new kid."
This girl, right?
Right. So she showed me the pictures, and it was like, now let me be real. It was real eerie how she was like doing all this Drake stuff, or I'm you proud dad from 2022, 23, and people in the comments like, "Yo, you gonna do it?" Like really pretend like she's really Drake's daughter. For me, it's like, how would Drake had gotten all of? How would you find a girl that looks like you, been promoting you, who's actually 11, and act like where the hell you even get that from, and plant that in 2003 for this all to come out?
No, he said he did it like a week ago.
No, but if you look at the little girl's pictures, she was at like the Drake jersey from 2003.
Right.
She's in the J. Cole video, like all. But even in the J. Cole video, she's like, "Thanks, Dad."
She probably was a fan, to be honest with you. Kind of like the way how Drake found.
I feel like this was. I get what you're saying. But I feel like this is an easy spin.
Really?
Yeah.
Like you could probably find like 6 other kids waiting right now, like
saying, that's my dad.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is a tricky one though.
Yo, I remember there was like one time when like the Drake's like kid speculations came out. There was like on Twitter, there was so many kids popping out.
Kids that look like him.
No, they look exactly like him too.
Really?
So then, I'm like, damn, like I don't know who the fuck.
Right.
Yo, then like when he comes out with his kids, like, this is not what I thought you were gonna look like at all.
Like one of these kids are not like the other.
Bro, there was like 2-year-olds that look exactly like.
You know what it
is? Yeah, that's a fact.
It's probably like one of those pictures where it's like find a difference essentially.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think that. For her to call him his dad, I didn't see that. Right, her father, I didn't see that.
Like, she said thanks, Dad, for putting her in a J. Cole video. So
but it wasn't like directly at Drake though. It was It was just like thanks, Dad.
Like a blanketed dad kind of thing.
Right.
But so it's like,
I think she had a Drake jersey on or something.
But it's like, but I'm saying,
it's
a coincidence. It's a coincidence. So you think he has a daughter?
No.
But
I don't know. My thing is, I think Kendrick
definitely got fed false information.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
Whether
think so.
it was on
false information. Yes.
Yeah. Whether it was like because Drake planned it, I'm not sure. I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yo, like, cause like the picture on the Kendrick's song 616, right? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like
they said that the shorty picked the thing. They try to say that that's him trying to call Kendrick short. They said that the medication was fake because I don't know if you saw this, but the shirt says shorty on it.
Yeah. This was a FUBU shirt.
Yeah.
I thought the FUBU shirt was because remember in the first beat, he was like Tommy Hilfiger FUBU reference. I thought that was the FUBU
I thought
shirt.
so. I believe the picture is bullshit. Like it's false information. Right. Whether like he planned it, like I don't know.
I mean, he pulled the picture down, right? So the picture's not on. Yeah.
So now it's like.
Yeah,
it's kind of like it's looking like all right. He might. It's like I don't know, man. Like I get your point where it's like, yo, why didn't he just take this angle when they first came out? Just saying, like, yo, I planned this, right? But then obviously Kendrick got something where it's like, shit, they got me. They got because they got me here.
He pulled on the picture, so it's just a black picture now, and also he pulled 616, where he specifically said you have a mole in your camp. So it's like Kendrick probably feels as though he's got duped.
Yeah,
but it's like realistically speaking, can we give Drake the ultimate chess play for that?
No, man.
We gotta continue to be haters.
I feel like honestly, if Kendrick had done this, the world would have been rallying against him. Yep. He thought 10 steps ahead, and
they've been jerking him off till tomorrow.
Right.
Man.
I agree with you.
All right. I think overall, I think we're all in agreement, right? Drake lost.
Yes.
Right. Do you think he lost by a lot?
No. Nah, hell no.
I think this was a close battle. I think honestly, going into it, I had Kendrick as the winner. I'm actually thoroughly impressed with how Drake played.
Really?
Yeah.
You think so? I'm disappointed.
No, I'm not. I'm not disappointed. I knew he was gonna lose. Like, there was just no chance to me like he was gonna win.
I don't think he gave it a fair fight, to be honest with you. It's almost like as if like fucking
but then again,
Floyd Mayweather fights Givante or whatever the fuck his name is, right? Floyd Mayweather is obviously the top dog, but you have to respect Tank as a fucking fighter. You feel me? And I feel like he didn't respect Tank at all. Like I feel like he just went into this as like, I'm gonna beat your ass and I'm gonna play around with you, and got fucking knocked out. Got knocked, not even knocked out. You got knocked on your ass.
Yeah, but my thing is,
like twice.
It was but here's why I never thought he was gonna win, right? Like, what time did this guy have to really get into this, right?
Yeah, you did say that. Yeah.
Think about it. Drake was just on tour by himself, right? Like a couple months ago. Took like 2 weeks off. Immediately went on tour with J. Cole. While this happened, think about it. Like That came out while he was still on tour. And then he's been doing like show. I know he just did one like I think Nicki Minaj and Birdman.
But hold on, do you think artists is not writing on tour?
I just think it's extremely.
He can't
hard.
give it his main focus.
I think it's hard. Like,
a diss track.
Yeah.
Bro, Kendrick is sitting in a fucking cellar with the lights off, with one light shining down on the fucking paper as he's writing these rhymes. Drake is like, hold on, guys, in my spare time, like I need to reply back to
you still gotta prep. You still gotta prep all day for the concert. You gotta memorize all the songs that you're gonna do, right?
Yeah.
I from the beginning I thought like, you don't have the resources to do this. I knew that's why I knew he was gonna lose, right? And I'm not saying if he had the time he would have won. I think he would have been better prepared.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
I could take that fight.
I like that a lot. I do. I am disappointed though, but I like that stance.
I do hope he fucking cuts the nail shit out. Like just that's the one thing I hope he gets out.
Oh my god!
I hate Drake with the colored nails. Man. See, it just annoys me so much.
And that's why.
And I think that's one of Kendrick's main driving forces.
Yeah,
you stand next to sex where you see two. That was my favorite line. I ain't gonna lie to you. That shit plays in my head on repeat.
That was funny. That was funny.
When you stand next to sex where you see two bad bitches, I literally chuckled like.
Oh, he scorched them, yo.
But honestly, for me, I think that
bar for bar.
I think that they were kind of even keel rapping wise. I think Kendrick out strategied him.
Wait, you're saying they're even keel to the rap god?
To the
Drake was on par rapping with the.
Yeah, I think so. I think they were pretty even keeled. I think that. Like I said, I'm disappointed in Drake because I feel like he has so much more to offer. And you feel me? And I've seen him do better. Like we've discussed this before where he's done Duppy Freestyle, right? Yeah. Fire track. He done Do Not Disturb, fire track. Fire. All of his timestamp songs. Fire. You feel me? Right. It's it's like he's put in the work before and you've seen his capabilities. And it's
but which song wasn't fire though? What song wasn't fire for Drake?
No, I think lyrically he just didn't perform the best.
I think Push-Ups was a mid diss.
Really? That's crazy. Yeah. I think Push Up in just Drake's catalog, Push Up falls right under Family Matters.
His best lyrical song.
No, it does. It does. It definitely does. Because the Hard Part 6 was real.
That's the
worst.
worst.
It was the worst one. It was needed.
I actually like it.
Nah, that shit was dumb.
I think it was needed. I think I know some people are saying like he shouldn't have done it because like it was a win. It was a lose for him, right? If he doesn't address the pedo shit, he's losing.
Right.
He addressed it. He's like, well, you're trying too hard not to prove it. It's like, there was nothing. That was how I think Kendrick won strategy wise because like he put him in a situation where it's like, there's nothing you can say, man.
But I don't think that's true because if Drake had still. I mean, he addressed the allegations anyway. We all said because I thought the same thing. I'm like, you can't even talk about allegations because you're gonna lose anyway. But then you made a white flag song talking about the allegations and then clearing it up.
Is it a white flag song though?
I mean, at the end saying like, I'm done with this shit.
He said you can make 100 new songs. I'm not gonna respond. Like, come on, you go Kendrick rips you again. You're just not gonna respond because you lost.
I mean, he also said that on the fucking For the Dogs, and then he ended up responding anyways. He said, "I'm taking a vacation." I think he's mentally checked out.
I think he just needs a break.
Yeah, he's losing. He's
I just think I think in the future, I think this motivates them to stop bullshitting these albums. I think take your albums more serious, create them some classics. I think your last 2-3 is kind of like you just been on auto, you know what I'm saying? Auto.
If Drake doesn't rap, so you know how For All the Dogs is mad singing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that if Drake drops 2 more albums, especially now, after this whole beef, Drake would no longer be number 1 to anybody. I think he has to go he has to go back in the
I was
bar
gonna say that,
factory
yeah.
in order to maintain status. You know what I mean?
For sure.
If he slips even just a little, any more of these like Party Next Door sounding songs come out, I think it's gonna be clips for him.
Moving forward, does this change any of their careers?
Yeah, Kendrick's hotter now. Pause.
I think Kendrick hotter and Drake career is on the rocks right now.
You think on the rocks?
Yeah, I think honestly,
as far as what
outside of rapping wise, I think just like in terms of like the connections and the brand that he's built, I think it's kind of on the rocks because
just because of the allegations.
Because of the allegations, I think those aren't light allegations, and I think people. Even though they like Drake as a person and none of these stuffs were substantiated, you don't have any victims, you don't have any of that. It's gonna be in the back of your mind, Right. It's kind of like imagine like we're all chilling, right? And there's a random girl that says, "Yo, your boy raped me." It's like,
right.
Even if it's wrong, like even if it's a lie, it's like, nigga, did you? Like, you feel me? Like it's right. Like why you specifically? Right. Like you feel me? So it's like. Yeah. Even though we may not totally agree with it, I think in the back of a lot of people's minds, they're coming off this weekend and being like, Drake, who are you at this point? You feel me? And it's like who really are you?
Reevaluation of Drake,
right.
Which I think that's exactly what I did. I think because he was my number 1 top artist, and then after hearing allegations, it definitely after the white flag, it gave me like. So for example, when he went against Pusha T. I went into it like, oh, I like Pusha T, but I went into a thing like Drake's gonna scorch it, which he ended up doing. But then the fact Drake lost because he didn't want to respond because Pusha T took it too far, that was the first inclination that I'm like, he's not deserving of the number 1 spot in rap.
And that was corny.
It's corny. To be like, oh, you talking about my friend being sick? That's mad corny. But then, like I said, now we're back. We're here now, right? Drake has said way worse things that he could have said to Pusha T that he didn't.
But I think he learned a lesson from Pusha T though.
I think he's white flagged again.
But I think yes and no. I get what you mean, right? I don't think it's a full white flag. I think he's kind of like, I don't give a fuck what you're gonna do. I'm gonna take a break from this, but like when I come back, I'm coming back.
Me and you playing basketball, right? And let's say we're playing game for game, and it's a close. You win, I win, you win. Blah 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 blah. We get to the 10th game, and let's say I beat you 6 times, you beat me 4. If you then go, you know what? After this game, after I beat you. I don't want to play no more. Like even if you win, I don't want to play. I'm just gonna go home and take a break. Does that mean you won or does that mean you lost?
I guess that's a loss.
It's a loss. It's kind of a white flag. It's kind of like, all right, I don't want to play no more. You're winning, and the way you're winning is not cool with me, so I'm just done.
If you're fucking elbowing me and hackling me, then you're like, yeah.
Yeah.
I have a right to say that. Nigga, what am I supposed to get?
That's not how that
Am I
goes.
supposed to get beat up the entire fucking game?
Nah, you fight back. You help him.
You've been playing 10 games. You
You help him back.
I don't know, nigga. I ain't fucking walking out there with a bruised rib because you want to be playing dirty. Like,
Yeah, but if you didn't win, you definitely can't walk out there and say you won.
nah,
I don't know, bro. I can see him like still doing some responses.
I mean, do you think? All right, so where do you guys think the beef stands now? Do you think that Drake should pack it up? Do you think that he needs to respond?
I think he needs to respond with a well thought out banger song where he's rapping. Well, I'm talking about like pretty much what Not Like Us in a sense. Like you need a beat, you need the shit well produced, not rushed. You need some fire bars.
I think like another Family Matters part type of song. Like another. I think if he does another Family Matters now too, before Kendrick drop anything else, he would have to drop it in this.
Because Family Matters was like, oh Drake,
right?
Like that was like Take Care Drake, like that song,
right?
Which I think we've been wanting him to be
the back to back.
Yeah.
You know, it's not. I personally don't think he should reply back, and here's why. Right, I think that right now he's in a losing position, and he's kind of already got defeated in this battle. Right, I think that anything he does at this point, it's kind of just an L. It's going to be seen as an L. He could put in work and people are going to be like, man, you lost. You feel me?
Sometimes I get what you're saying, but some things are just undeniable. Like when you hear something, like it's just like, damn, I don't like you, but like this shit fire.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. That's what he needs to do. But if ain't that, don't do it.
But I think he's thought that all of his shit was fire.
So.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. I know the Hearts Part 6. Yeah. I know he knows that's not a banger. That's an explanation. He knows he's like, I gotta just. You could tell in his voice like, yo, I'm tired. I'm trying to go sleep, but I gotta just put this shit out.
See, for me, I think that I don't think he should reply back, but I think that, like you said, he does need to kind of just like go back, lick his wounds, kind of recollect himself, and then like
hit the gym, yo.
come back maybe a couple months from now and then drop some shit. You know, it's probably firing off at everybody. But then I think if he does reply, I think Kendrick's probably just has a song lined up to just step on it again.
No, but I'm saying, but this is what I mean. Like, yo, go in the booth, right? Take your time. Go in the booth, right? Don't just create one song.
Yeah.
Be smart about it. Learn from your mistakes. Like, all right, create some bangers, right? Like, drop one. If he drops something as a response, drop that. And now he's probably thinking like, all right, he's probably going to drop again. Have 3 like songs ready to go.
And then release them as an EP.
Yeah.
He needs to release them as a fucking EP.
Exactly.
I got the perfect. You guys are putting together the perfect strategy. And I think I think this is like the number one. You remember when the game dropped 300 bars, right? That 18-minute song of just straight insults.
Yeah.
I think if Drake dropped one of those in Drake style mode, like, you know what I'm saying? 18 minutes. Like, I'm talking about, give us like a 20-minute song of just.
Bro, I don't think no one's digesting that.
No, we digested.
Family Matters and Euphoria are all both like are 6 minute plus.
And I think that's at people's peaks because that was a critique that a lot of people said. It was like, I don't want to listen to a 6-minute song by Kendrick.
But it's still the most. These two are like one of the most streamed songs like in the last couple of days.
If he makes a 20-minute banger, and I'm talking about even if he collides, like, you know how he did Drop and Give Me 50 and then Family Matters, the beat runs into each other, like the drop goes right into how he goes into the next one.
How he did Family Matters, like how they pretty much all did the same shit, right? Like where they flip the beats.
If you do that and put a 3-minute song into one, I think that would be the best strategy because one, I don't think Kendrick got a 20-minute song in him. And what this would do is
I wouldn't underestimate it.
Euphoria, they said was supposed to be, there was another 6 minutes left of that song.
They say, right?
Right. And if there was, then maybe that would have been the killer.
Who's they?
The powers that be.
Niggas in the grapevine.
If academics don't confirm it, I don't believe it.
The niggas the niggas that know. You feel me?
It ain't us.
Right. We're not in the know. Like, well, I don't know. I think Kendrick can absolutely this nigga probably like 40 minutes straight just insulting Drake.
Yeah. But no, I don't doubt he can. But I think if Drake puts in a concentrated 20 minutes, Kendrick's not gonna off the rip be able to come off with something that's gonna beat it. That's what I'm saying. Drake needs a haymaker. The only haymaker outside what he's already done, especially after this white flag, you have to do the 300 bars type of style thing where.
But it has to be like one of the best. It has to. The beat is so crucial.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
the beat is like, yo, that's what a lot of Drake's disses were missing. It was the beat. Yo,
I
push.
actually like Family Matters beats.
No, Family Matters is my number one song out of the whole beef. I don't count that like that. Especially the third. The third act to me is like that. That should be a Grammy nominee right there. Like that fucking song is amazing, right? And if you don't say so, you're just fucking delusional. Right. Actually, yo, can we get into the fans real quick? Yo, can we let's?
Well, you know what grinds my gears?
That's one thing that annoyed me about this beef. One, first of all, some of you guys, just so you know, you guys don't personally know Drake or Kendrick, right? Like, stop taking this beef so personal, because like I've never seen shit like this before, where people are getting borderline disrespectful to each other online.
Each other, like
to each other.
It's so crazy.
Like, y'all are gonna run into each other in real life. And I mean, like, Kendrick isn't seeing this. Drake isn't seeing this shit, right? Like, I get going hard for your favorite artist, but yo, keep it fun. Yeah. Like, people were taking this shit like their lives depended on it, right?
You beefing with them.
Like, one thing, let's get into the Drake fans for first, right? Like,
why'd you point at me? I am a Drake fan.
No,
Drake fans, right?
These dweebs,
these niggas, these delusional motherfuckers.
First of all, I'm a Drake fan, right? But one thing about these like Drake stans throughout this whole beef was how delusional they were, right?
Yeah.
How they just kept downplaying everything. You know what? I'll say this. I'll give them credit. It wasn't as many, but like there was a couple core fans that were just delusional. They're like, Drake's winning. This shit's all all ass. It's like, no, first of all, it wasn't. Like, Euphoria was fire. Like I said, my only critique was it was just too recycled.
Okay.
Meet the Grams, shitty song, but what was said in it was devastating.
Heavy,
right?
Yeah.
Not like us.
Wait, do you mean like the beat was trash? What makes Meet the Gram shitty?
I just didn't think it was a good song. Like, it has no.
It was a terrible song.
It has no replay value to me.
Okay, replay value. Okay.
Like, I'm not gonna listen to this shit and vibe out. Like not like us, I could fucking play. Like, you know what I mean?
Played it 6 times, yep.
So, that's one thing that really annoyed me about the Drake fans. The Kendrick fans, man, is their elitist attitude throughout this whole shit was so fucking annoying.
Bro.
Yo, they just can't accept that, like, some people just don't like Kendrick's music. Yeah. They just think, like, yo, you're just too stupid to get it. Bro, no lie, I seen people that, like, dropped out of high school, some that stayed back twice, that I went to high school with, telling other people they weren't smart enough to get Kendrick's fucking bars, bro.
That's insane.
Like, you're on your second try at community college. What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm not gonna lie to you, Kendrick fans do have this elitist mindset. Honestly, they have this belief that like they're just above either the one. I'm telling you, I made a post saying that Kendrick fans still listen to KRS-One in 2024. Like to this day, you feel me? Like, they're like hip hop purists, right? Yeah. They think they're above everyone else, and they think that they're better than anyone. Like, Kendrick is kind of like the almighty Mecca, you feel me? Yeah. Almighty Messiah.
They can't accept the idea of you not liking his music. Yeah, it's like, if you don't like Kendrick's music, there's something wrong with you.
If you don't like Kendrick's music, you're a pedophile. Like, you're okay with pedophilia. Right. Like, no, that just means I just don't like
to them, there's no other explanation.
Right. I agree. I don't agree with that, but I do agree that Kendrick fans are definitely like spazzes in that. You ever seen that meme or I think it's like a funny meme when they're like boop bop and the guy's trying to like rap 90s style.
Yeah, I got into that.
Yeah, I feel like that's Kendrick fan base. Like, that's
the funniest one I read is Kendrick makes music for people that walk to work.
Right.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
But that
the only thing I did, like I said, there was some Drake fans that were completely delusional, but for the most part, I think most Drake fans can admit, like, all right, he fought a good battle, or for the most part, but he still lost, right?
Yeah.
Yo, these Kendrick fans couldn't give fucking Drake credit.
They were
for
standing,
shit.
bro. Even they
even when like Family Matters dropped, they couldn't admit like this song was amazing.
Yeah,
that's true. The wildest part is when fucking the heart part 6 dropped. They were quiet. No one was saying, "Oh my God, got duped." They just was just like, whatever. Like, it never happened.
They were just gaslighting the song.
Yeah.
They see Drake and then they scroll past it really quickly. Like, but the moment Kendrick drop anything, they're like, oh my God, this is the best thing my ears have ever heard. I haven't heard anything better. Tell your guy to do something like that. It's like, come on, bro. Like, come on, my guy. But
not like us as a headbanger, yo. I think it's so crazy because that song right there, I think into 2026, I'm gonna bump. it comes with that West Coast style, like that sound.
Yeah.
And I haven't heard that on the radio.
No, that's not. That's like exclusively Bay Area.
Thank you.
That
Yeah.
is the Bay.
Mhm.
They're gonna like. I feel like they're gonna have the East Coast crip walking.
Yeah, that's like Draco the Ruler should be fucking like should have been on that shit. Type
Do you think
shit.
that that's why Drake ended up losing because Kendrick has an entire like coast riding for him, whereas like
I
Drake
think
doesn't
that-
really
I
have
think
like.
that helps, yo. I for some reason I'm like friends with a lot of Canadians on social media.
Okay.
And they were just as delusional. They were writing out for like they were pretty much like, yo, like nothing that Kendrick's put out has been fire.
Right.
So I think I get what you're saying, especially because we're in America, so obviously we're gonna see more of the West Coast fans than the Canadian ones. I think there was like that part of like where it's like, yo, they don't care what Drake puts out. Like, yo, we're gonna write out.
We're
this
writing
guy
out for
'cause it's
Kendrick.
just like, yo, what else does the West Coast have? Like Ty Dolla $ign,
That's really it.
Kim Kardashian, like
YG.
YG. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? First, no, good rapper,
Yeah,
but you know what I mean?
he's
It's like,
not-
like
if YG and Drake would go at it, this would have been what it was.
yeah,
Yeah.
the game.
I mean, they lost Roddy
game.
Rich.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think that Drake doesn't have like a
That's it.
core fan that's gonna be like, or a core set of fans that's gonna be pushing him. Core set of fans, like in one
I
concentrated
think
area.
he definitely. I think he definitely has a core.
so?
He has.
I
Yeah,
think Canada and UK, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
both of those.
You
they're
think
gonna ride for Drake.
they were banding together at the
Yeah, but here's the thing,
height
right?
of
Yeah,
the
but
West
here-
Coast?
I think so, right? But here's the thing: how are we gonna see it?
Yeah, we can't quantify that. We don't know,
Right.
but
You know what I mean? Like, yo, all the shit that we see, all right, is mostly in America, right? So if the coast that's going the hardest for him, like their tweets, their posts are gonna spread like wildfire. Like, how many friends from the UK or Canada do you have? Like I said, I have a couple, and I saw them going just as hard. So I'm imagining within like their friend group, it's just completely one sided. I bet in Canada and the UK, like they have Drake as the winner.
Really?
Yeah.
But see, the only reason I wouldn't agree with that is because, like I said, I watched Axe stream. I watched other dudes stream who I think he had like 50,000 streamers, and he made a poll. Every poll I've seen that asks who's winning at all times too.
Kendrick won.
Kendrick won.
Yeah. Even
At
on
all
Instagram,
points,
same
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time I seen a poll, Kendrick's winning. Not winning by like 45, 55. I'm talking about.
He's cleared them.
Yeah, he's clearing them.
I
So,
see that.
I don't know. I don't.
I mean, we gotta go down to like the UK or Canada, like do like like one of these
ask them,
on the
Hey,
street
mate.
on the street interviews.
Right. You see
But
what's
you don't
going
think they're in the polls? You don't think they're in?
No,
those-
yeah, but I'm saying, but like, how big is academics in Canada and UK?
100,000 people watching a
Bro,
stream is
but
pretty hard.
there's
That's pretty
but
hard.
there's
That's pretty
millions of
hard.
people in America that tune into him. No, I'm not saying that.
Follow rap though, like follow rap, and in live time, like that's 100,000. There's definitely gonna be a few of them.
At one centralized area at one point in time, yeah, I think that's a significant.
I
amount.
think a lot of the fan bases that are voting in this thing are American centric.
I don't know where to quantify it.
Yeah,
we
no,
have to
there-
ask and be like,
yeah.
yo, what's your
metrics?
Right. So, but yeah,
But then again, like how many? And think about it. A lot of Drake's good. A lot of Drake's fan base, right, is female.
Yeah.
How many of them are watching Act?
that's true. That's true. Definitely not a lot of females in there. That's a fact.
Yeah. Well,
That's whack. Because another thing too is I think anybody with a sense will know that females are gonna pick this Drake beef. I don't think that females have that ear to hear who's better enough to like take their
opinion serious.
opinion serious. Exactly. Like
Wow,
'cause
misogyny.
what women
What
take out of
what
rap-
misogyny?
what women take from rap, I don't think that they'll value it as much. Like I said, the pop in Drake's music is what makes him number one.
That made me feel amazing. He's winning.
I mean, nah, yo,
Drake's the pacifier.
yo, you're making that into a joke, but that's how Kendrick fans feel.
Right.
He did say he said
This-
Drake pacified
this-
him, and I.
This makes me feel
Electrifying.
educated. This guy's got it.
Right.
But I think we covered it all.
We covered it all. I got a couple posts about this whole Drake beef that I found pretty fun. That I found pretty funny.
All right.
So one of them was by Chief on Twitter. He said, "We one diss track away from Kendrick saying he's a part of the 12 tribes of Israel, and Drake isn't a real Drew. That he's a real Drew and Drake isn't. When that happens, the beef will go all the way left. Right?
I thought that was gonna happen, honestly. Like they're the two. Like how the war going on.
Yeah.
And I feel like they both are kind of on both sides of that war.
Mm.
Essentially, you know what I mean?
Okay.
This other post said, I knew Kendrick was working with the right guys.
Oh shit.
Great.
We gotta post that one.
Know the war?
Yeah, that guy knows that's who they should be contacting when they start beefing, bro.
Right.
He know everything about everyone.
Yeah.
They said, this is how crazy Kendrick went on Drake.
Oh, from Power. That's when he was a crackhead on Power.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And then Pusha T right now.
Facts.
I wish Pusha T would like comment on this, like his thoughts.
Oh my God, that'd be wonderful.
Of you,
Now, if Kendrick come back with a Pusha T song? Him and Pusha on the song, Drake is clip.
Ooh,
Drake is clip.
I could see that happening.
Right.
And Pusha T would gladly do it.
Oh my God. And they both. It's funny. I make fun of their fan bases, but they have Kendrick and Pusha T share a fan base. Like,
Yeah.
If you like Pusha T, you like Kendrick type shit.
I see that.
so I got a view of what Kendrick Lamar has been doing to Drake all week.
Just beating him.
Slapping that backhand is vicious, nigga. That's a backhand of the gods. And then we got J. Cole is somewhere right in his body.
Yo, I seen all this unfold, yo. Do you still fault J. Cole for bowing out of this beef? Is it still corny or did he just know better?
Nah, it's definitely corny, but I don't fault him. But it's definitely corny.
I don't think J. Cole has much ammo though.
Yeah,
like I think it would have been a lot harder for Kendrick to do this. Yo, because this battle turned into a TMZ battle, like a shade room battle. It's just all like, yo, because it got to the point where it's like, I don't know what the fuck to believe. Like I just need documents. Like,
Right.
I need someone to confirm or deny.
Wait, you need proof that someone's a pedophile?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Outrageous request on my end, but it's like
You're saying you need proof that he has an illegitimate child?
Yo, when he started saying that shit, I'm like, all right, bro, like you're still winning this, but like you're making some heavy
claims,
heavy accusations, right? So yeah.
I got one more for you, right? And then this is how Kendrick sees Drake, or Drake sees Kendrick.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. It's actually kind of fucking annoying that these are real pictures. Like these aren't edited.
Right. Yeah, honestly, that's what irks me the most.
I think these are edited, bro. These are real.
No, they're not. Those came from his actual page.
Drake looking and being feminine, especially as a top guy, like that kind of pisses me off sometimes too. When he's doing the light.
Oh, so yo, hold on.
These are edited.
Hold on. You want to be real for a second?
Yeah.
Can we be real?
Please.
I hate that fucking shit, man.
Yeah,
I get it, man. Yo, be proud of be who yourself. But there you go. Like one thing I said it, I'll say it again, bro. I don't like colored nails on fucking men, and I'm a guy that gets pedicures, bro. Like so, you could say I do feminine shit, but like when I see, like I just seen a picture of Drake hugging Birdman with like blue nails.
Oh my God.
I was like, yo, part of me is like, yo, no, Kendrick, get straighten this guy out, man.
You know, that's funny you say that. I got into a whole Facebook beef about that, about men getting their nails done, versus a nose piercing. Like obviously I got my nose pierced, but I won't do I will never get my nails done. And somebody was like, "Man, you backwards. Like, why would you get your nose pierced and not get your nails done?" But to me, it's like a nose ring's more. Of
it's a little sassy-ish. Let's just
you
it's
think
a little bit.
You think nose ring more sassy?
No. No, the nails. Yo, nails are like as sassy as it gets. I'm not saying no. I'm just saying a nose ring. I could see the sassiness in it.
It's up for debate, but
no, it's
up for debate. But here's the thing, though.
All right, hold on. I'll put it like this. All right, getting your nails painted is a level 10 sassy.
Okay.
All right. after 10, you're just gay.
Okay.
A nose ring, it's a 2.
Okay.
And I'm saying this, I'll get a nose ring. Like I've thought about it. I'm not against it, right? But we gotta be real with ourselves when we're being sassy. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, yo, I get pedicures. I get pedicures. That's a 3. That's a 3 sass.
That's way more. Yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Wait, so you think getting 10, your nails is 10 and your feet is 3?
I'm not getting colored nails. I get my nails like buffed out.
I know.
Yeah.
You're saying a man that gets his nails colored
is
a 10.
Yeah. The nails right here, that's a 10.
What about a polish?
No, polish is fine. That's a 3.
A 3 too? Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about yo. If you get clear nail polish, it's a 4 or 5. It's still sassy, but I'm talking when you start. I know it doesn't make sense, right? I understand. This is just how I feel. You start getting colors, anything other than clear nail polish on your nails as a man, to level 10 sass.
Okay, and I agree with that. But here's the thing with me. I know today is a different time. I know a lot of men who are successful. I know a lot more successful men who are entrepreneurs or that do stuff that get their nails done more than I know like the average guys that get their nails done. So I know that the stigma has changed, but to me, the idea of taking out like time on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to sit in a nail salon with a bunch of women and wait my turn to get my nails done, that is, even if it's just a polish, is the ultimate sass. Like it feels such a bitch made thing to do. Like granted, I have to go in there and get I have to go to a barbershop and wait to get my shape up. That's like, that's
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Gotta do.
Every time I go to get my feet done, I get looked at. Like they look at me. They look at me like I'm crazy every single time.
It is kind of crazy though. Because you think about you have to take time out.
Bro,
like, I'm busy. Yeah, you know, Uber, just that podcast, just that. I'm just like, I'm always running up and down. I cannot imagine me taking time out. So, I have a 4:00 appointment to get my nails polished. So I have to sit there and let my shit dry, have conversation.
No, not the polish. The polish is a stretch. I'm talking about just going to get your fucking toes and feet scrubbed and your nails clipped. Like, you get those looks because you're not supposed to be there, especially when being a big black guy. Like,
I know. I look at you. If I went past the window and I saw you getting your feet done, I'd be like,
bro, but
sweet as
hell. But your toenails grow and them shits curve in and they start hurting and shit. You feel me?
But here's the thing, right? That's
hell no. Clip my shits.
That's his interpretation of it. Like I can admit it. I think getting your toenails done, it's a little bit sassy. I'm not denying that, right? Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna stop, man. Like I've seen like adult men feet, right? They're the nastiest things on earth. 100%. That's why, when I was younger, when I noticed that shit, I'm like, my feet will never be like that.
Right.
And that's why I get it done. Yeah. Is it sassy? Yes. I don't have shame to it, right? If you're going to be sassy, own it. Which Drake does, right? Like, he's sassy and he's fucking fine with it. No shame, right? But it's like, damn, bro, like, you're a rapper.
You know what? What would you, number one. What would you guys put?
You do this? Like, that's to me is
like the
crazy.
duck, the duck lips. Yeah,
the duck lips. Oh.
What would you guys put?
I'm always my bad, bro. I'm always proud of people that are true to themselves and then do it without shame. I'm proud of it. But like, a part of me is just like,
you think that's him though? You think that's truly him? Or
I think that's truly him, honestly. And I'm happy for it. You know why? Because I think the same way with Meek Mill, right? Meek Mill don't give a fuck how he presents himself. Like, look at the picture.
He cares.
Look at the picture he just took, right?
Yeah. With the fishnet. With the fishnet.
That fucking.
Here's the thing, right? Meek Mill does care. Meek Mill just doesn't realize what he's doing as he's doing it until he gets the backlash. But that's what he argues with people.
Yep.
Drake doesn't.
Yeah.
But that's my point. It's like in that moment, that's what he wants to do. So he don't give a fuck. He's not putting on a persona of like who he thinks like he's supposed to be. And I feel like, to be honest with you, am I in agreement with men painting their nails? No. But my nigga, if you want to do that and live your life, be my guest. Even if you're the top dog, be my fucking guest, bro. I accept
it. I just don't like it.
Right.
That's just how I feel. That's it.
It's like, be my guest. Like at the end of the day,
I don't like the gaslighting that we do about it though, right? Like, it's like, all right, if you want to do it, that's fine, man. You live your life how you want to do it, right? But let's not act like it's not sassy.
Yeah.
Let's not act like it's not on the other side.
But we allow Chris Brown to color his hair every other weekend?
See, I think that's different though.
Yeah.
Because
now there's rules. There's rules to it.
But here's the thing, bro. Everyone has their own sassy rules. If you think coloring hair is sassy, you're entitled to that, right? Like I just said, I said, the nails is sassy to me, but the toenails ain't. I get the hypocrisy in it, right? But that's just how I judge sass. Right. You judge it somewhere else, right? Yeah. Like, so we all got our own sassy
meter.
We do.
A sass meter.
Because like I said, I still feel that the nose ring, I'll give it to you. It is sass. And I would probably put it at like 3, 4. But then, like when I was arguing on Facebook, I'm like, name the men that you can name that have nose rings and don't do the nail stuff, don't do nothing else. How much of those men are actually sassy or like show you gay things? So like outside Tupac, I don't know how many other guys got their nose rings are straight men. But it's like even stuff like that is like, what did Tupac do to make you feel he was gay for getting a nose ring? Now, if Tupac got his nose ring and his nails done, I probably would never got my nose ring. Like I probably would have been like, all right, all the collection of it is terrible. But I feel like the nose ring is more of a statement, especially me. Like I got a big nose. Growing up, I was more like self-conscious about it. And then I pierced my nose when I was like 21 because I after like high school, I probably say a little bit before after high school, but during that high school transition to college, I got more confident. Piercing my nose is like, all right, now if you think my nose is big for you, you're gonna see my shit now. Like it's gonna be fine. So that's why to me it wasn't that sassy at the time. Now when I had the argument with the nails versus nose ring, and people were like it's sassy, I'm like,
you got me.
You got me. All right, bet. It's a little sassy.
I own it.
Right, I own it at a 3. But it definitely doesn't surpass nail polish. Anything where you have to, I think maintenance, self-maintenance, especially on the men, you should be able to do it yourself. Like, you know what I mean?
That I don't agree with.
I don't
cut my own hair.
Right? No, I don't cut my own hair.
I'm saying, but that's self-maintenance, right?
Right. But I don't know how to. But my nails, I know how to cut. I know how to cut my nails.
I know how to cut my toenails.
Why you don't
but it's just like, I just like it. I like them like getting like the calluses off and all that shit. Like
they do like the foot scrubs, all that.
Yo, you get a massage.
Nigga, I could barely tie my shoe. You want me to bend down there?
No. I did it one time, but I felt
Oh,
I felt comfortable though. But I'm not a hypocrite. Like just because I may think something is sus or whatever, if I want to do it, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
I felt sus.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like her playing with my feet. Now I've done foot massages and it's a little bit different, but her cleaning my feet and making it pretty. That to me, I felt self-conscious about. Like, cause I'm like, yo, I could be doing 100 other things right now. Why is these women cleaning my toes?
I mean, bro, you don't gotta grind like 100% of the day,
Nah,
man.
like
you don't gotta be. It's like, yo, why do men have to be this masculine man all the time? Like, it's okay to take a step back for a second. You feel me? Like, it's okay. Do you get facials?
No.
I guess. Yeah.
Where do you land facials at?
Facial is not as bad as the hair, nail polish, because clean skin is important. So I probably put it with the nose rings, like 3-4.
Yeah,
like a 3-4. Ain't that bad. But I mean, but you doing all the pickles on the eyes and all that. That to me,
even when he does the animations, it's feminine. Like,
it's pretty shit. Like,
he vogue it.
Like niggas I gotta be rough and dirty my entire life.
Yo,
like that's
funny. My girl, she has a whole regimen of washing her face.
Right.
My regimen is I grab a clean face towel. I sometimes use soap. I don't even use soap like that. Like soap to me is sometimes. Like if I took a shower last night, I'm gonna get a clean wet towel, just wash my face a few times, lotion it up, I'm good to go. I don't do the whole trying to make my skin pretty and trying to be glossy. Like I don't care for the gloss. I just need to be no dirt.
Yeah, my ex used to give me facials, and I love them shits, bro.
Really?
I love them. I'll be like, when's the next time,
bro?
Babe, save your time.
Your girl offering you a facial?
Oh yeah.
No, take it.
You're not taking it?
Take it one, bro. Take it one day for me. Take it one day for me. Then thank me later.
You a triple, quadruple alpha dog.
Right.
Don't do that.
A man.
Yeah. Come on, man. Like,
Nah, bro, I'll be with you. I was kind of like that for a long time, man. And then like I got a facial for the first time, and I got like my feet done for the first time. I'm like, yo, I fucking like it. Just feels good.
And you do it once a week?
No, once a week is crazy.
Is it crazy or is it sus?
No, I just think like I don't got the time. I don't think it's needed like once a week.
Okay.
If I had the fucking free time and the money, like I'd do it once.
Consistently though?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Get the facial.
I'll probably get a facial like twice a year. Like,
Okay.
I get my feet done probably every like 3 months.
Yeah. See, if I do the facial, like, and then like I said, I care about clean skin. I just don't care about being pretty. Like the pretty thing to me is like where it's like I start to get angry. Like if I'm wasting my time,
I'm looking way too damn good out here.
Yeah, like being beautiful to me is just too much.
Bro, you feel amazing after. Like when you like get that facial and you're just relaxing, especially when your girl is doing it and she's all being gentle and delicate. That's like one of the few times where a girl would like touch you softly.
Yo,
like,
do you get massages?
Yeah, I get massages.
All right, man, you're right there then.
No, but I get back and feet massages, but not my face. Not like a.
I'm just saying, it's like it's right there. You're not as far as you think.
How would you feel if your girl bought you roses?
Yeah, it honestly would piss me off.
My God.
It'd be a waste. It'd be a waste. Like I wouldn't be pissed off.
I don't like it.
I wouldn't be pissed off. But it's just like, yo, what do you?
Would you be appreciative of it?
No. I'd be.
No.
I'd be like,
That's
all right.
crazy.
It'd be like, okay, yo. I think the male equivalent of roses is underwear and white tees.
Okay.
That's what and socks.
Okay.
Like get me that. You know what I mean? Like
I like that.
Obviously,
I like that.
I have no. I think roses are useless. I don't know why women like them. I think they're programmed to like them. I think it's just like social conditioning. Like if a man likes you, he's gonna get you flowers. I don't think women really like them. There's no practicality.
And they're expensive and they die quickly.
Right? Like to me, don't if you give me roses, I'd be like, all right, thanks. Like, boom, that's going here.
I'm not gonna lie. If a girl give me roses, I'm gonna be appreciative. Like I'm not gonna lie to you.
Where's that on the sass level? On the sass meter.
Accepting roses is on the meter?
Yes, it has to be on the. It's got to be on the meter.
A 0.5?
Taking flowers from a woman?
Bro, it's a gesture.
Maybe that's a 1 or 2, man. That's low.
It's a gesture.
Because you're not doing. What are you gonna do? Slap them?
Get them shits out of here. Get them out of here, woman.
God,
these bitches.
Right.
We're gonna have a talk because then here's what I'm thinking about it. Let's say. All right, that means she probably stepped out longer than expected to stop somewhere and get me roses, right? So let's say she finally comes on. I'm like, yo, where you been at? She's like, I got a surprise. Whoosh, and she pulls out a bouquet of roses. I can see it right now. We're going to get an argument because I'm not going to smile. I'm not going to be like, oh, babe. Oh. I'm going to be like, what?
I'll be appreciative. I'm like, damn, you thought about me.
20 minutes going to fucking Stop and Shop to give me flowers?
This guy wants productivity at all times of the day.
You spent 30 minutes getting me flowers? Like, you see how he says it? Like he's so angry about this shit, bro.
All right, man.
That's what he said. That's a
All right, we got to wrap it up on that one though.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Shit, bro. Thanks for coming on, man.
Of course.
Yo, dope episode, good combo. You
100%.
think came prepared,
100%.
knew your shit.
100%.
Yo, where can they find you?
So I got a bunch of shit going on. I own a mobile tattoo bus, a mobile gaming bus, a mobile hookah bus, and a mobile movie bus. I do birthday parties, celebration, cookouts, family events, work events, all of that. I do it, and I turn your event into a lit situation. I also have a podcast bus at Goldengatesbustv on YouTube, Instagram. It's GGB TV on Facebook, and Twitter as well. GGB TV Pod Bus on Twitter. We go live every Wednesday where we have complete strangers come together and figure out how much they have in common or how much they don't have in common. I also do artist spotlights or creative spotlights sometimes, depending if they're worth it, which we're going to slow down because a lot of people ain't worth it right now, right?
Ooh.
But I still do
Preach it.
You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what we're doing podcasting. We're doing artist spotlights. We're trying to get strangers together, figure out how much they know each other. It's a super interesting show. Y'all check it out. Find it on YouTube. Yes, sir.
That was smooth, yo. Damn.
You recite that?
No, I just,
You used to that shit 3 times a night before he goes to bed.
You know,
yo.
I be moving, so when I be giving people business cards, that's like my little.
Okay. But yo, thank you for coming on.
Of course.
Hope y'all enjoyed our take on the whole beef. As always, drop a like, drop a comment, make sure y'all stay subs so y'all see future episodes, and we'll see y'all. Peace.
Yes, sir. Shout out to K. Dot.